Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jock.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it. Hey, man voice.
Ooh, you're hurting me now.
Yeah, you know I am. Grandpa, could you whip me up some ovaries?
iTunes Apple Store offers slew of programs and games. How about the game Take Picture of Genitals, Send to Friends? now open your cheeks up.
I want to hear
wide.
the sniffing
Open them
on the radio.
cheeks wide.
Wait,
My teeth hurt.
Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
We already started the show. We're already laughing here.
Oh, God.
In the heart of New York City.
Good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Occasionally we just point out how despicable as people we really are on this program.
Yeah.
And during that little intro for the show, little clips from a previous broadcast, we just start talking about how awful we are. Like, I just blurted out, hey, man voice, to that woman, and then started calling into question her femininity and her female organs and whether they work or not. And
He just didn't like the show.
right.
So he attacks her reproductive ability.
I know, it's just, we're horrible people.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I love it.
Phone number. Yes, Jimmy.
Man voice. Because that's what she should have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even disguised in like a movie reference.
Right.
That was like a schoolyard insult. Hey, man voice. It was like, hey, ugly face.
Yeah, I could have covered it up with some deep-voiced woman from the movies. Maybe like a, hey, Brenda Vaccaro or something, digging way back. But no,
Just so angry.
just, hey, man, that's right, hey, ugly face. Hey, big feet. It's just horrible elementary school playground crap we hurl out at people.
That makes me laugh every morning when I
Oh, I know.
hey, Grandpa, give me ovaries. What she is a woman.
You know she's still listening, though.
Yeah.
After you get insulted like that, you got to listen to that radio show.
Sure.
The reason this show works is because we never grew up.
Yeah.
We've kept it in the schoolyard for the last, 20 years.
God.
She had called in that day because she wanted music, I think. Like she wasn't a fan. She didn't dig the show. And she wanted Tom Waits. Stump Ray, remember? She wanted to hear Tom Waits. So immediately that goes into you should get a hysterectomy.
She paid with her female organs.
It was just totally needless.
I think it was perfect.
It really is just something.
Yeah, we already got a call from the Dominican Republic on the line. What is that about?
What?
Also, our
Lefty?
one of our 28 producers is out sick today.
Yes.
Not even sick. He's getting something done, and we can't say what he's getting done
Yeah.
because we want to play something here.
Uh-huh.
But if we tell you what he's getting done today, then we can't play the audio we're about to play.
Yeah.
That's how dumb this business has gotten. So just try to remember when we were talking to Steve yesterday.
I just think
that'll help.
What Steve would enjoy getting done.
Yes.
The sounds of Steve.
Yeah.
The sounds of Steve.
A little more.
All I can say is this is why Steve is not here today.
Builds to a crescendo.
Sure.
My mating call.
All we're allowed to say is this is the reason why Steve's not here. So let's keep it above table here.
Holla back. Like the little holla back.
Oh, my God. On this next one, wait for it. Wait for it. And that's why Steve is not here today. I think we have more on the way.
I hope so.
I think we have more.
Boy,
on
I
the
hope
way.
so. Oh, screaming.
Well, we were just talking about, we go from that to Obama. Obama just talked in front of 200,000 people in Berlin. And as I look at the picture, Anthony, I don't see a lot of black guys.
Well, it's Germany.
I understand that.
I don't know
But
the
they're
racial makeup of many German cities. I would assume there are a lot of European, Caucasian men there and women. And he does seem to be addressing them. A couple of brothers in the crowd.
You did point out that it looks like a Hitler salute.
Yeah, they got him waving. They got him from behind on stage, and they're showing the crowd, which is just enormous.
Yeah.
And he's waving, but it really does look like he's kind of giving that old Hitler, Heil Hitler thing. They probably did that on purpose. There's plenty of pictures they could have gotten, but they got that one. And wow, does the world just dig this guy?
They hate Bush so much, and he's such the opposite of Bush, and they understand that he's the first black president. People really do love him, man, the whole world.
Yeah, this is something that is worldwide. I think the world wants to have the United States have a president like Obama, so that things like diplomacy can be used again, not such a hard line. Let's send the military in immediately, more open to discussion. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I have my own opinions. Believe me.
We believe you.
Yeah. I am one of the gun.
You're from the school of bomb everything.
Bomb.
And then ask questions
everything.
later.
I don't think they did enough bombing and hurting people, to tell you the truth. The war's been a little too sterile and too many rules put on it. That was the problem with Vietnam.
Well, this thing with Obama, though, man, what's weird about it is he's in Berlin talking in front of 200,000 people. We don't even know who the German president is in America. If the German president came to America, no one would show up.
As far as I'm concerned, there's still only one.
But it just shows you how pompous America is.
Yeah.
Like a presidential candidate goes to Berlin, he gets 200,000 people to show up for his speech. And if their president came to America, we would not show. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing while Obama's in Berlin talking in front of over 200,000 people, McCain was at a German restaurant in where?
Yeah.
In Ohio. In Ohio. Oh, that's the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. It's so, I don't know, it's so lopsided, this thing. It's just this guy is a rock star. I can't tell if it's the media really pushing him, or if this is the way the vote is going to go. Like, I can't get a bearing on that. What are the American people, the ones that are voting, what are they going to do?
30,000 people at some of these rallies, man.
I know, but what does that mean?
People like them.
Does it mean that those 30,000 are voting?
I think a lot more people are going to be voting this time around.
Well, we'll see.
Well, there was an interesting stat yesterday that in the media, 1 to 100 gave money to Obama versus McCain.
Mm-hmm.
So out of every 100 media representatives who donated to Obama's campaign, 1 is donating to McCain. So there is a slight bias.
But the media won't ever. It's like it's fine that they are biased, but it's amazing how they all attack Fox. Who's biased? But it's like the rest of you are biased. It's like they're
of course
babies.
It's all right to be biased to the left. You just can't to the right, or else you're, crazy.
But this right here shows you, like, Republicans are a little out of touch at this moment. Republicans ridiculed Obama's global appeal and accused him of mixing his loyalties to the world and to America. And it's like, no, he's not mixing his loyalties to the world, but you have to deal with the rest of the world. You have to. It's not 1950 anymore. We can't just be this isolated island. You can't have the whole world pissed at you all the time.
Right.
You just can't.
It gets tiring.
It's irritating.
You know what, though? What you got to think, what are they pissed at? Obviously, the war. They're a little pissed at the war, I guess. What else are they, like, why? The United States has always been this bad guy ever since the collapse of the Soviet Union. Because we're the only big man on campus left, so we're the bad guy. So then Europe decides, to finally look at each other and unite and become, this one entity. And we're the douches now. We're the world's douche. Go screw yourselves. I can't stand Europe. I think they're a bunch of phony. They don't like each other, by the way. They're not. Germany does not like France. Stop it. They're doing business with each other. They love that the euro is cranking. But at the friggin' turn of a whatever. What's the word I'm looking for?
The turn of a screw.
Right. I don't know. At the flip of a switch, whatever it is. The Nazis would be blitzkrieging their way across that country all over again. Don't fool yourself. And the only thing that kept them in check so long was the Soviet Union hanging over their head the whole time. Mm-hmm. Give them a little time. Give those Germans a little time. It's in their blood. They can't stop just trying to take over the world. They love it. They love taking over the world.
They really do get a kick out of it.
It's a hoot for them.
I tell you, they're not happy unless they're kicking in somebody's front door.
Yeah.
You want to see a happy German? Sit in your living room when one walks in with a gun. That's a happy German.
And then are they going to want, Obama, someone like Obama in the future, whatever, to try to sit down and talk with a leader that would do something like that would throw Europe in turmoil? Or do they want, some bombers at 50,000 feet dropping some incendiary devices, my friends? I say the latter of the two. Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget, he can only be there for 8 years maximum. It's not like you're going to get a guy. He's just completely different than the system we've had as far as the Bush and even the Clintons. And it's like the same couple of names and faces in the White House. Everybody's tired of it.
I'm resigning myself to the fact that we are having Obama as president of the United States.
How does that feel?
That's it. How does it feel?
How does it feel?
At this point now, I'm just like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to open up my bank account. I'm just going to write out checks to the United States government and just keep throwing them in the mail and hope it's enough. Because that I know that's coming. That I know is coming. But other than that, what are you going to do? You got to just sit there and take it. Yeah, hello, Canada, perhaps. Maybe I'll spend 8 years up north.
You should at least, whistle a happy tune and maybe have...
Should I?
And maybe, go old school cartoons where you have little birdies, fly off your tax checks to the government.
Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. And, they take the check and I smile and wave goodbye to it.
Out of your mailbox.
As it just goes to this big bin of social programs.
I just want to point out about this Obama thing. The crowd was a mile deep.
Really?
The crowd was a mile deep.
On top of each other?
Not as,
and you know what?
Not as organized, though, and in nice straight lines as they used to be.
No, but
I don't like that. I like the old Nuremberg crowds. They really were. They were nice, sectioned off and snappy.
Here's the difference, too. Obama is very comfortable in front of large crowds.
Yeah. Well.
And John McCain is extremely uncomfortable wherever you see him.
Yeah.
For whatever that means, by the way. But
McCain just doesn't have what it takes. I saw him on Conan O'Brien the other night.
What made you change? You were kind of like rah-rah and McCain.
I'm not changing because I'm not going to vote for Obama.
No, I understand that, but you're definitely bummed out about McCain and not feeling that America is going to elect this guy.
I'll tell you
what happened.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm not a phony right-wing Republican hardliner that can't see the truth. I open my eyes. I can see what's going on in the country, and I'm seeing that the momentum for Obama is unbelievable, and McCain is looking more feeble by the day. He was on Conan. He sat down with Conan O'Brien and was trying to convey these humorous anecdotes, and it just wasn't funny at all. There wasn't any humor to him. He seemed so what he is, old and kind of had a touch and just... And then you got Obama there in front of 250,000 people in Germany.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking like a rock star.
Smooth as could be.
Yeah.
Not a hint of nerve on the guy.
It's not that McCain stinks. I like McCain. I want a younger guy in there. I just do. I want someone younger. I'm tired of being the world's cop, and it's not because I don't think...
You think that's going to stop?
To a certain degree, I think he'll be less likely to put the military somewhere.
There's no one else. There's no one else to be world cop. And you watch how we are chastised if we don't dive right in when some pissant little country gets invaded or bombed or something happens. They'll be like, why hasn't America responded? Screw yourselves then. You're right. I don't like being world cop. It costs too much money too. But there's no one else. And 8 years of not being world cop, you're going to see a lot of little things popping up that are going to bite us in the ass on year 9.
Like, why is there still the DMZ in Korea?
Yeah.
Why are we there?
Why aren't the South Koreans taking care of their own business over there?
Not my problem.
It's such an archaic alliance based on Cold War events. Why are we still there? Why do we still have troops there in Korea? You're absolutely right. In this amount of time, they should be taking care of themselves. Good. Give them the weaponry they need, give them whatever they want, and then leave. And let the South Koreans defend their own goddamn border. You're right.
It's a waste of our money, and I know part of it is that we have a base there so we can reach other places. There's self-interest.
Keep a base there, that's fine.
I don't even want, but why do we need a base in another country? We have things that can just go up
carriers,
and come down.
With the carriers we have these days, land-based bases are ridiculous.
Send a Trident sub. You cause a major problem. You wipe out a city, you go home.
Just leave.
Let's go to Tom in Indiana. Tom, you know why the world hates America. What's up?
Morning, boys.
Hi, Tom.
Happy birthday, Angelfish.
Thank you.
Anthony. Okay, the reason why, there's 3 really good reasons why America looks at us like complete arrogant, I don't know exactly what I can say, buttheads. Number one, 200 other countries agree and sign the Kyoto Protocol saying we are going to forego massive chemical pollutants in the air in order to improve the world. And so one is some...
Oh, boy, the Illuminati.
The Illuminati doesn't like what he's saying.
Yeah, the Illuminati...
No, that treaty stunk on ice.
Dude, your phone's cut out.
That treaty stunk. It put too much restriction on industry. We're doing the best we can in being able to keep production up in this country and not pollute. Turn around to the third world nations that are finally getting around to the century.
China,
exactly. India, exactly. Turn to those sons of bitches and tell them they're polluting. Make them spend the little bit of money they're getting to try to scrape together to get into this the last century, and tell them they got to screw some filter on top of their smokestacks. Go ahead. We're doing it.
Our green effort doesn't mean S.
It doesn't mean anything.
As long as you have China doing what they're doing
It's a bunch of garbage, man. It's garbage. We're celebrating China with the Olympics, trying to make it sound la-di-da friendly. They're savages over there. They kill their people based on their beliefs. They have a military that is a completely totalitarian dictatorship that won't allow a free press, won't allow... they're communists, so who am I to say what they should or shouldn't have? But let's not fool anybody here. They're animals the way they treat their people, and the Tibetan people, and we're supposed to go over there in the spirit of unity and friendship for the Olympic Games. Get out of here! What a hypocritical bunch of liars we are.
We got to take our first break.
Disgusted with this planet. Get me off this planet.
I love how fast Anthony spirals into we should just have AIDS in the drinking water.
You're right. Should just shut up. Yeah, that's my next statement.
That's actually the best contribution Steve has made to the show. Yes, I get it. I don't contribute.
By far, this is the best one, though. With that, we take our first break. Wait, we might have good news here. Dave, what's going on?
Yeah, you were on once again in Buffalo for at least this morning.
This could be it, though.
Hey.
This, I think, could be it. This is sort of what they told us all along. We'd make it to Friday, so we might have to say goodbye to Buffalo today. Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
All right, there's Dave in Buffalo. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. 877-212-ONA if you want to get in on the action today. Oh, can we link both those videos from yesterday? We freaked out Bobby Lee, and we got a video of E-Rock making fun of CBS FM here in New York again because they're doing Christmas in July. So we went in there and gave him some hell yesterday. And both those videos will be linked up to onaradio.com in a few minutes here. All right? Opie and Anthony.
Okay, boys,
It's Opie and Anthony. It's Friday. Hey, we got David Duchovny coming in today, huh?
Yes.
It's weird because we hit it off with David Duchovny. He really likes the show.
Yeah, we had a good time with him here last time.
And it was funny because he came in to promote Californication, which is on Showtime, and none of us saw the show. None of us cared to see the show. All we wanted to do was talk about the X-Files movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. I really want to promote Californication. I'm like, no, X-Files, so what's going to, whatever. Fast forward, now he's coming in to promote the X-Files movie, and all I want to talk about is Californication, because now I'm caught up, and I decided to watch that show on Showtime.
Yeah.
So we should have some fun with him. I think he's going to be here at 8 o'clock. I'm looking at the prep sheet today.
Yeah.
Brooke Hogan is considering posing nude in Playboy.
Everyone wants to see that.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's
Brooke Hogan?
But it's got equity in her name. Yeah. If it was just some broad you didn't know that looked like her, and she was in Playboy, and you're flipping through the pages, you'd be like, why they put this monster in here?
She's a monster, Jimmy. Why do you want to see her? Because you think she's hot, or
the name does it, but she's also big and sexy. There's something big and sexy about her. Yeah, she's a big chick. I don't mind an Amazon once in a while.
She's way too big, and she's got a mansion.
I don't care.
She's not as hot as they're making her out to be.
I know. I'm not saying she's like Marilyn Monroe.
They're trying to make her like she's like Britney Spears or something.
No,
she's a monster.
She is huge. She's not completely hideous. I'll give her that. Look, she's
that is hideous. Look at the mansion.
Yeah, definitely needs some kind of work.
Look
there,
at that. That's just too big down there.
That's a juicy body. Let me see the legs. You go lower.
That's a big
juicy
woman.
That is some big thighs, Jimmy.
Oh, dude,
if you're into a big chick like that,
look at the body on that big Amazon. You wouldn't hit that? Wow, is she sexy?
It's like when George Costanza said he wants to go out with a giant woman.
Yeah,
she'd be perfect.
How tall is she?
I feel like I'm not a short guy. I'm around 6 foot. She was taller than me.
Dude, I like
and she weighed more than all of us.
Oh yeah.
She is a big girl.
But she's not fat. She's a flat stomach.
She is big, Jimmy.
Oh, she's
Is this just the let's try to get Hulk to blow his brains out tour? Is this what his family's doing?
I don't know.
The son incapacitates a friend there. The wife leaves him for a 19-year-old. And now the daughter wants to show a little in Playboy.
That show ruined their lives.
Completely.
You're not the Osbournes. You're not used to... I mean, you couldn't handle it.
No.
You couldn't handle it.
They were all in the public eye and just fell apart at the seams.
I guess Ozzy was used to it. Like, I know, when you're in the paper constantly for biting animals or for, tinkling at the Alamo or really behaving like an ass.
Yeah.
That was mild coverage.
Right.
What are you going to sit at home with no shirt? Who cares?
The Hulkster was known his whole career as, hey, take your vitamins. Be a good little Hulkster, and I'll see you in Hulkster heaven. And then...
here we go. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
What is this?
Dude, it's only the best song ever.
What do you mean, what is this, Jimmy?
It's Hulk's song.
You're not American.
Left. Come on. This is good stuff. Yeah. Steve likes it.
Nice.
Yes.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
That's making my reflux act up.
By the way, this radio station here in New York is doing an anthem thing. I hope this is on there. They're trying to figure out the...
Are they doing anthems?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what's the greatest anthem of all time. I vote for that.
Wow.
Dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, well,
yeah, really bad. He is a real American. His wife is banging a 19-year-old. Jeez.
That's right.
Because he had that whole image, and it was so easy to tear down. Not like the Osbournes. I mean, Ozzy's image, what are you tearing down?
Exactly.
That was a wreck. Yeah.
In a jail. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Jose, Dominican Republic, what's up?
It's Josie, it's pronounced.
All right.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing, man?
I'm all right.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Whack, whack.
What? Listen, man. Two things. Number one, David Duchovny, X-File, garbage. But David Duchovny getting his face punched in by the big titty girl from, I like it, man. I like it a lot.
Hey,
I love it. And listen.
Hold on. I got to slow you down because that was really funny, but I'm sure they dumped out. He's not a big fan of the David Duchovny X-Files thing.
No.
But he's a big fan of David Duchovny, who gets punched by a blank.
Oh yeah, a big-breasted.
Yes,
yeah.
a big-breasted woman on Californication.
Yeah.
Yes, that girl, by the way, is she's a little girl from The Nanny.
No, even better. The Henry Russell Cradle.
Yeah.
She's a little baby, man.
Yeah, it turns out she's 16, and David Duchovny didn't know it when he was having sex with her.
He knew.
And near the end of the... All right. Jose's wrong.
So you're panicking.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys like the whole Showtime show shit. But listen.
You are a potty mouth, sir.
I am.
Well, you can't be.
Yeah, you can't be. We want people to hear what you're saying, Jose. So go ahead.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys like the whole Showtime, blah, blah, blah. What about the show on HBO called Generation Kill?
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Fantastic show. I love it.
It's on HBO, by the way.
Yeah. You could get them on HBO On Demand now.
Yeah.
You get, I think, the first 2 episodes. I don't even know when it airs live. When is that on live?
It's
Sunday.
Sundays?
It's Sunday, yeah, like The Soprano. Sunday.
HBO knows how to whip up shows.
I gotta
like
be
that.
honest with you, man. My cousin, he died. He's a sergeant for the Marine Corps, 1st Division. 3 years ago, he died in the war.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
It's okay, man. You know what? He's a Dominican. He wasn't born in the country, but I was. But he served the red, white, and blue, and he did it, loving it, and died bleeding it. So it's okay. No sorries for that. But Generation Kill, way better than Duchovny. Okay, yes.
I think they're different. I think they're different genres.
We don't see that many titty on HBO. I love it. You love it.
Jose, we love you,
Cut our
but
losses with Jose.
yeah, we might have to cut our losses.
I'm sorry.
The cursing's getting out of hand here. Thank you.
Bye, Jose.
Hey, are you listening from the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, well, I came from born and raised in New York City.
Uh-huh.
Came back from Dominican Republic, Santiago, 2 hours ago.
Okay.
So, right now, I'm
2 hours ago.
All right.
I'm sitting at JFK waiting for my taxi
to get back to Washington Heights.
All right.
I know you guys know Washington Heights.
All right, thank you, Jose.
Thank you, guys.
See, Jimmy's losing his mind because E-Rock's putting pictures up of Brooke Hogan.
Who's not banging Brooke Hogan, though? God, she's a flat stomach, man.
Yeah, but these pictures are out of proportion. This is a monster.
I know. I like that. A big giantess.
You can make a monster look like a... You can make a monster look like a normal person in pictures.
You need something for scale.
Yeah, thank you,
Next
Anthony.
to the Chrysler building. She's leaning on it.
She's 5'11" officially, so when we met her, she had the high heels on, making her over 6 foot.
That,
but
dude. You tell me you wouldn't...
That's right, brother.
Her, that big soft back. Oh, because she's not fat at
I like
all.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I bet she's got like a real slappable ass.
Oh.
Like it would make a real smack sound.
Firm and juicy.
It's the cleft chin, though.
I wouldn't... dude, who put the scream mask on her? Who cares? Cleft chin. Jesus, you're picky.
No,
smash her face in the pillow.
Yeah.
Your pillow should look like the Shroud of Turin when you're done with her.
By the way, Scott from Hot Pox says it all. Brooke Hogan can bench more than Opie, so, I guarantee she can bench more than I.
Of course. I would just be smothered by her.
Yeah.
That's a nice hip right there.
Dude, she's
like
sexy.
that with the ass thing.
All right, look, could you find a picture where she's hanging out with a normal-sized girl, and then you're going to see what we're talking about, Jimmy.
She's
a
once.
monster.
I should have got a picture with her and just touched those big hips and that big waist, her big ample bosom on my head. Here you go.
Little sunny boy Jim. That's what you'd look
I would
like.
act out on my infantilism fetish with her. Just cradle my head. Let me feed. Feed me.
She could pick you up and cradle you.
I would sit on the couch with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she would, let's just say, she would have oil in one hand, and I'd be laying across her lap, and she'd be cradling my head, and she'd just remove her bikini top.
Oh,
and hold my head.
Like, let me just pull one down.
Just one down.
Yeah.
And then her other hand would be busy.
Right.
I'd make this noise.
Jimmy's noises.
You're into giantism or something.
Not necessarily.
She's like that Statue of Liberty broad from, what was it, Happy Days? Help me out, Ann.
Yeah,
I know I went really obscure here, but...
I'm kind of remembering that big, tall girl that was going out with Richie.
Was it Richie? And she easily was like 4 to 6 inches taller than him, and they were at a dance or something, and she dressed like the Statue of Liberty, and she had flats on.
Yes.
And she's dancing.
Was she on Soap also?
I don't know.
I think she was like she was on Soap.
She's probably the first one to ever go, oh my God, you're going bald, Ron.
All right. Why don't we talk about UFOs for a second?
Ooh.
You heard about this, right?
What?
The Apollo astronaut? I'm loving this stuff.
This is when astronauts kind of get into when astronauts kind of get into the mix here and talk about this stuff, you gotta give it a little more credence, I think.
It's not just an astronaut. This guy walked on the moon. He did the longest moonwalk ever.
Yeah.
This guy was on the moon.
Maybe that drove him crazy, dude.
I had too much time. That's how you dismiss him. Too much time with the moon rocks, this one.
Well, yeah, just because he walked on the moon, maybe he's completely insane now. Maybe we should try to find some info. I think his name is Edgar Mitchell, right?
Dr.
Edgar Mitchell from Apollo 14. He's saying absolutely there are UFOs, and the government is absolutely covering it up.
Wow.
Yeah, we got some audio here. Listen to this.
Do you believe in life on other planets?
Oh, yes. There's not much question at all. But there's life throughout the universe. We're not alone in the universe at all.
You convinced that we're not alone in the universe?
Oh, I know for sure we're not alone in the universe.
Hey, Bob.
Now, have we been able to identify for sure where the other planets are? No, we have not. Certainly not in our solar system. But they've identified quite a number of planets now that very likely could be life-bearing planets. And I happen to be privileged enough to have be in on the fact that we have been visited on this planet. And the UFO phenomenon is real, although it's been covered up by our governments for quite a long time.
Whoa!
Whoa! All right, Hamilton!
Dude!
Eating some pizza! Learning about Cuba!
He is by far the most reputable and believable source to ever come out about UFOs And the
say that the
dumb
government
response after it is,
This is the guy that probably knew a lot of the inside workings at NASA.
Sure.
And the research that went into building the spacecraft and where some of that engineering may have come from. I'm speculating here, but, this is a guy that is on the inside.
he flew in space.
He flew in space.
He was up there. He knows how it all works. He understands coming into the atmosphere. He knows what the moon looks like, what the Earth looks like. The guy was on the moon.
Yeah.
Wow, is that a big one? That's a neutron bomb.
The radio host got a nice exclusive. And listen.
Remember
That's
Gordon
my
Cooper?
skull. I'm so wasted.
One of the Mercury astronauts, Gordon Cooper, wrote a book called Leap of Faith, which also talks about the fact he took a camera up and photographed Area 51, and when he landed, the Pentagon took the camera away from him. And he claims that he flew or saw a craft that was made from alien metals. And Gordon's not around anymore, but the book is good, called Leap of Faith. But
of course.
Don't we have an astronaut coming in next week?
Buzz
Aldrin.
Astronaut, what's wrong with you?
How about the second man to walk on the moon?
How about, pretty much the astronaut.
Every photo of that moon landing is a Buzz Aldrin. Every one of those photos we've seen is a Buzz.
Well, Neil was shy.
Neil goes, no cameras, boys, I'm working. There was only one of those photos, which was Armstrong. It was this really weird one in the distance where he's working on the lunar, on the LEM.
Yeah.
That was the only photo of him.
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that until right now.
All Buzz Aldrin. Every
Did
photo.
not know that. That's good to know for next week's interview.
Oh.
Buzz would just jump in the picture. Hey!
Yeah. Hey, a couple things. Put that picture back up. So we got Fergie standing next to Brooke Hogan, and a lot of people think Fergie's a piece of A.
Dude, look at that.
Fergie looks like a midget next to Brooke Hogan.
How wonderful. Those big heels. She'd be wearing thigh highs, like no pantyhose, just thigh highs and like a big thong.
Dude, that
and
is
she'd make you kiss her stomach.
That's a huge girl, man.
She'd slap your face.
During the act, you would just be bosom height.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be able to, kiss her or anything.
Who cares? That big chin rested on the bedboard over there. I'm busy. You make this noise. Well,
Jim wants to be smothered. Let's go to Luke in Buffalo. Luke.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Luke.
Hey, if Jimmy and Brooks slow dance,
I'm an asshole. Yes.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Luke.
We're just laughing at Ant just did like a non-committed Luke, and it was just.
I do it every time.
It's still funny though.
Oh, I know. I just can't help it.
Someone out there's getting it.
That makes me laugh, and every time someone, either Bill or Mike,
Yeah.
I'm almost disappointed when I don't hear "Hello, Bill."
Mike?
Hey, Mike. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry,
Okay, Luke.
Go ahead, Luke.
hey, if Jimmy and Brooks slow dance, it would look like Diane and Tony Manero in Saturday Night Fever. Just wrap his arms around her. I'd love to watch you dance to me.
I don't even know if that's funny. I don't remember.
I remember the piggish woman. I love to watch you dance, Tony. I love to watch you dance.
That'd be Jimmy.
Hey.
Can I pat your forehead, Tony? Remember that pig? And then the nanny, what's her name there?
Fran Drescher?
Yeah, Fran Drescher was in that movie, too. She was the one that came out and was dancing with him. And asked, I guess, to have sex, and he was like, what makes me think? What makes you think just 'cause I dance with you that I sleep with you? And she goes, men have sent me flowers afterwards. He goes, maybe they thought you was dead.
You want to hear more from the UFO astronaut?
Of course.
Dr. Edgar Mitchell talking about UFOs.
So, whoa, this is all of this is quite a shock to me.
Well, I'm sorry you haven't been reading the papers recently. It's starting to open up quite a bit.
So you're telling me, well, there's a lot of information to take on board. Hang on a minute. I mean, listen, I've heard crazy UFO nuts tell me this kind of thing before. I've never had Dr. Ed Mitchell, the sixth man to walk on the moon, a respected scientist in his own right, announced to me that we've been visited by aliens from other planets, and that they definitely are out there. There's no debating it.
Well, that's the first time you've ever talked to me, or I've told you about it before.
I like this guy.
Hey, I'd have told you didn't ask.
Yeah.
NASA couldn't even dismiss him. NASA said their comment about him was like, We have the utmost respect for him. We happen to disagree with him on this issue. That's all I mean, what are they going to do, badmouth him?
They're sending some lieutenants over and some captains and majors to say hi to him.
Sure.
You can't kill one of your astronauts. You can't kill your astronauts.
No.
He's going to just get food poisoning.
What happened to Gordo Cooper, huh?
Yeah?
What happened to Gordo? How old was Gordo when he died?
I think in his 60s.
See? They all smoked like crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know the story of Gordo?
I honestly don't know. No, I don't. I didn't even know his name. Honestly, I've heard this guy's name over the years, but you know Aldrin, Michael Collins, and Armstrong. I mean, those are the astronauts.
Right.
And who,
the original Mercury 7.
Who was the one that Jim
Lovell?
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Dave on Long Island. Dave.
Yeah, my uncle was a big shot over in Grumman when they were building the LEM and had the whole Apollo program going on. They used to sit around in a room in Grumman with reporters during these moonshots. And these guys on 14, when they were on their way to the moon, they says, we got something flying next to us. And then they ushered all the reporters out of the room. He swears up and down this was true. Ushered all the reporters out of the room and says, we got something flying next to us checking us out. And they're like, are you sure about that? And he's like, yeah. And then they hung around for a little bit, and they took off.
Yeah, they all have these, not all, but a few of the crews have had sightings, but they usually write it off as debris from the ship itself, some kind of venting, or, a lot of that stuff follows you. When stuff comes off of a ship, it just follows you. Until something is there to stop a moving object in space, that thing's just going to keep going.
I hate your logic.
But no, I'm just saying.
I like to think that it's a UFO with some weird creature just checking you out.
And you really don't have much depth perception out the window to tell if something is close or far away. So if something looks relatively large and you think it's far away, you'd think it's a ship. It could be a part that's very close to you that's very small. That's how NASA has dismissed it for many years. I don't know. I haven't been there.
You and I may do that. And Opie may do that.
Right.
A guy who's on his way to the moon wouldn't do that. Because, first of all, anything that comes off the ship, they would know. It's amazing the amount of knowledge they have about every inch of the ship and what's happening with it. And for them to call in and say something's checking us out, it's not, he would say, I think we got to, the first logical leap an astronaut would make is something was like, I think we had a little debris.
Yeah.
Most astronauts probably wouldn't call NASA on an open frequency and go, yeah, there's spacemen looking at us. Oh, wait, sorry. No, that's just a tire that fell off.
A tire.
Jimmy makes a good point. Let's say hi to Mongo the trucker. He's a regular to the show. What's up, Mongo?
Morning, guys.
Hey.
I know why Jimmy loves Brooke Hogan so much. She looks like a tranny, but the next day he won't have a sore jaw.
Wow. Way to hurt someone's feelings / be accurate.
All right, we got one more clip from Edgar Mitchell. Dr. Edgar Mitchell.
So you believe in you believe the whole deal?
There's more nonsense out there about this than there is real knowledge. But it is a real phenomenon. And there's quite a few of us it's been well covered up by all of our governments for the last 60 years or so. But slowly it leaks out, and some of us are privileged to have been briefed on some of it. I happen to have grown up in I don't even know whether you know this place, Roswell, New Mexico, where presumably the Roswell incident of 1947 took place, and I'm quite knowledgeable of the lore there, and since I grew up there. But I've also been in military circles and intelligence circles that knows beneath the surface of what has been public knowledge that, yes, we have been visited.
Oh, he's so dead. Oh, is he so dead?
He figured out what the hell I'm getting up there. And
that's exactly what it is, dude.
Test tube's going to explode on him.
I can finally start talking because how many more years do I have?
Yeah.
These guys are scared to talk.
They're all starting to spill the beans, all these older guys.
Right.
Good.
Who was the guy in Roswell, the original, I want to say he was a captain. What's his name?
Kangaroo. No?
I don't get it.
Captain Kangaroo.
Come on. Jesus. I wasn't thinking Captain. I swear to God, I thought Lieutenant Kangaroo.
Lieutenant Kangaroo isn't funny.
I should have a colostomy bag slapped against my mouth. Captain Kangaroo. Yes, he saw a bunch of aliens come out and they were all wearing green jeans.
Ooh, green jeans. Ooh.
So what was the guy who was involved with Roswell, who originally the Air Force put out there, and he showed the materials that he had to come out and say it was a weather balloon. I do not know that guy's name, but didn't he on his deathbed say that it was real? Like he had to recant his story and say it wasn't real. And then on his deathbed he came out and it was.
But then other people recently have said it was a weather balloon. I don't know.
The only thing I don't like about that is the testing, the little bodies that so many people reported seeing.
Yeah.
They said were mannequins that they were testing, like that guy who jumped from 102,000 feet. But it turns out that those tests weren't happening until years after the Roswell. Like it happened in 47, and those tests didn't begin until like the early 50s.
Yeah, so they were saying they were those dummies, but they weren't around then.
Have you ever seen that there's somewhere online they zoom in on a piece of paper that somebody's holding?
Oh, yeah, to try to see what was written on there.
Paper, that was pretty cool.
And they speculate what the rest of it is under the guy's hand and everything. Yeah, that was recently.
The guy giving the Navy explanation or something years ago or the Air Force.
All right, we got...
That'll never be completely explained or... demystified. It's just one of those things now that have become such American lore that people don't want to not believe it. But I don't think you'll ever get a definite proof that'll make everybody believe it.
I read a story, a book by a guy who was a lieutenant colonel, I think, and he's been dismissed as a nutty guy, but the book was great. He claims to have seen the bodies. I think he said I want to say they were taken to somewhere in Georgia and he said that all the stuff about UFOs is stored under foreign technologies. It's not stored under space aliens. And he said because the press knows that they can't get into those files. They don't even try to get into them because you're not going to get anywhere. So he said that's where they keep them as under foreign technologies because they know that the press...
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
They can't release that information.
Well, we got to ask Buzz Aldrin about this next week.
He'll probably dismiss it. Ed, he was always an ass. Well, all right, Buzz.
Thank you, Buzz.
Yeah, you're a hack.
And then he's going to kick one of us in the groin and leave.
I love Buzz. He's a man's man. I love him.
I hear he's a bit tense.
He clocked the news guy in the face when he said that the moon landings were faked.
Right. So Buzz said,
they were faked. Why don't you come out and just say that the moon landings were faked? Buzz Aldrin turned around and punched him in the face.
The guy was one of those, he wasn't even a news guy. He was a conspiracy nut who was in his face. And I've seen the clip briefly, and Buzz just wasn't. Buzz is a man.
Yeah.
He walked on the moon.
And he was on the moon.
Beat it. Ask me, fine, but don't get in my face.
Imagine that. You go to the moon, you come back. It's not an easy thing. And it's not a sure thing either, especially when you're on the first crew to do it. And then you got some idiot in your face saying you didn't do it. Oh. Of course you punch him. It's a real man.
I know. That's what I want my astronauts to be.
Men.
Punch first, ask later.
We got to take a break. We got David Duchovny coming in about an hour. Greg Giraldo, who's playing our comedy show at the PNC Bank Arts Center, one of the many comedians. He'll be here in about a half hour.
Oh, good.
Next Saturday, by the way, is the show.
Next Saturday, and it's myself, Patrice, it's of course Bobby Kelly. It is Giraldo, Mike Birbiglia, who's also very funny. Otto and George, I think I said that. We have a great lineup.
Rich Voss. Tickets still available. Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com. And what else did I want to say? Oh, text alert. That's right. Text alert. Text alert.
Oh.
Secret messages, but some people are getting it out there. Text alert. Stay right there. Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks,
Opie and Anthony.
Moving right along. We got Greg Giraldo joining the program in a few minutes. Playing our Virus show next Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey. Tickets through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com. Virus Tour, one word on MySpace for all the info. Got a chance to win a car, that's right. Go to ondaradio.com for details. We're kind of looking at McCain and Obama. They had a split screen on TV. It's not even close.
No, you could tell. One's a black man, one's a white man. Why?
And McCain,
not even close as far as... I thought you meant in looks.
Well,
sorry.
And the McCain supporters, they're beating Jimmy and I up every day on instant feedback. I don't care either way, to be honest with you. I really don't.
How are they going to beat us up? Well, I've said I like McCain. What's the problem? Because I don't want to vote for him? That's the problem? They're going to beat me up. I would love one of these dummies to call. I don't care if you agree with me. I don't say McCain sucks or he's a retard. I just don't want somebody that old. Sorry.
I'm just stating the obvious. Obama's going to be our next president.
Yeah, that does seem to be the way it's going to go. It's going to be interesting to watch how he ages during the presidency, which is just traditionally aged gentlemen at a quicker rate.
Yeah, he'll be driving Jessica Tandy for 8 years.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's going to finish out going, well, it's been wonderful to be your president here. And
nice.
That's great.
By the way, can I point out what a bunch of dummies we are as a country?
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
We really stink. An astronaut has just come out and said that aliens have visited us. It has been covered up. And front page of the New York Post, Yanks gunning for socks.
Yeah.
How is this not front page news
Around
everywhere?
the world, right?
Everywhere.
Just feed us our news like it's potato chips. That's all. That's all. That's all we want to see. We just want to see Yanks gunning for socks. We don't want to think too much.
Our papers don't even have that story.
Unless he said it. Maybe it was too late to get in the paper because it was a 6-hour difference.
But you're right, Jimmy. It should be right on the front page. Right. We've been trying to figure this out ever since we can remember, and an astronaut is telling us, yes, they do exist, and we don't get it on our paper.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe it was because it's a 6-hour difference in London. So I saw this on Drudge late last night.
No, it broke before midnight because it was in Travis's report to all of us. The whole story was in the overnight prep stuff, so this broke before midnight.
Yeah, this is one of those things, though, that makes people have to think. It's not a quick soundbite thing. You got to kind of listen to what he's talking about. And we don't like things like that.
We get more important news. Christian Bale beat up his sister and mom because the sister came to him and said, hey, I need $200,000. That's what we get today.
Oh, was that the whole gist of that argument?
Yeah, more or less. Sister came to Christian Bale.
$200 G's.
Has 2 kids from one relationship. She's got a newborn from a new relationship. She needed some money, and she went to her brother, and the brother didn't feel like giving her the money for whatever reason. And then the mom insulted Christian Bale's wife, and then all hell broke loose.
And then Batman gets arrested.
Yeah, that's what we get today, instead of the possibilities of aliens existing.
You can only, please, aliens, if you're listening. Aliens, hello? If you're listening, don't come here peacefully, because you won't get any coverage. You really won't get any coverage. I'm convinced if one just lands and they get out, they scoop some stuff up, and it's completely documented, and it's like, wow, look, aliens. They landed and took off. It'd be, Yanks gunning for socks, and then on page 32 you'd see, hey, by the way, a UFO landed, some aliens got out, took some dirt and left. We need laser fire.
Lasers from above.
That's what we need.
Our instinct would be to just kill the little effer.
That's true, too. I'd take a pot shot at one if it was in my yard. What are you doing? Get out of my yard.
In our luck, they would be coming down to tell us how the whole universe works, but our first instinct is to kill them.
Just kill them.
Kill them.
Show them how strong we are.
We don't need to hear what the little fella has to say. Just kill him.
What does he know?
Let's see if he's tasty. We were talking about John McCain earlier, and how Obama's just looking like a rock star, and McCain's kind of looking frumpy.
Feeble.
And I think you brought it up that he was on Conan O'Brien.
And he just wasn't. When a candidate goes on a show like Conan or The Daily Show or any of these kind of comedy talk shows, you really got to step it up. You got to be good. There's some politicians that have been very good at doing that. One that I don't really like, but is very funny on The Daily Show, is that ass from Connecticut. What's his name? Lieberman.
Oh, Lieberman.
Yeah. I can't stand Lieberman, but he's pretty funny on The Daily Show. He's a frequent guest. He knows what the show's about, and he's got a couple of good jokes. He gets a couple of good jokes in and stuff like that. So you got to kind of have some comedy chops to do that. If you don't go on the goddamn show.
Sure.
So he goes on Conan, I guess, to try to appeal to the younger set, and he just failed miserably.
And this is a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
Who started this? Clinton, I guess?
I think Nixon going on Laughing.
Yeah,
Sock it to me.
Yeah, but he did
Nixon
do that.
was on
but that was for
Tonight
like
Show.
Yeah.
Was he on the Tonight Show?
Jack Parr, sure.
Yeah.
So why do people?
I want to talk to you about the Jew, Jack. Let me talk to you about 2 Jews walking to a bar. One of them is Henry Kissinger. The other's my speechwriter, Ben Stein.
A lot of people think Clinton started that whole thing, but I guess it has been going on over the years.
I think it was, when Clinton did it, obviously television and stuff, it was open to a lot more people. But he wasn't the first person to do it. But now it is a thing where you want to
really
be
have
seen
to do it.
as having a personality. This is where you go. When you give those speeches at a debate or whatnot, you're not really giving your personality. You're giving your points of view, your platform. This is where you open up and people go, wow, that guy's funny. Or that's a sense of humor. That's the kind of person I'd like to have in office because he's a real human being, kind of a thing. And I'm sorry. I'm a Republican, but McCain just failed miserably.
Well, here's McCain on Conan O'Brien trying to be funny.
Could I start out? This says McCain Pirate. McCain Pirate.
What is McCain Pirate all about there?
Well, he came out and he handed Conan a hat, an orange hat with black writing on the front, and it said McCain Pirate.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
He had a hat made for his
Conan
O'Brien
was made,
appearance?
and I didn't know what it meant, so I'm waiting for the explanation. And when you hear the explanation, it makes no sense whatsoever.
You get the chills of the D variety.
That was right when, and this was right off the bat, right when he walked out. That's when I went, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Could I start out? This says McCain Pirate. McCain Pirate, and that's because being on your show is like walking the plank. So
No.
Now, if it's a McCain Pirate, see, why is it like being on your show is like walking the plank? Because if McCain's the pirate, then Conan would be walking the plank because it's McCain Pirate, not Conan Pirate.
Why do you just name it McCain Pirate?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Here's a cap. This is Jim, baseball player. What a retard. Yeah. Now I am calling him a retard.
It's really, it made no sense. It was a very uncomfortable moment. Conan had to put the hat on his head. Ugh. The audience was given this sympathetic kind of laugh, and then Conan put the hat on and tried to make a joke to get out of the joke. And I'm just sitting there again going, uh-oh. Like, the worst thing you want to have to do is now recover from your first bomb.
I would have taken that hat and thrown it in the garbage right in front of him. Beat it.
Well, he should have put it on his head and then looked at McCain and said, now what?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Bring the funny.
Exactly. Do one jumping jack and I'll vote for you.
In this next clip, McCain makes a confusing joke about that, about the hat being orange.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Because the hat's orange.
Wait, it's a cap?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not I thought it was a pirate hat.
Oh, no.
No.
Now, that might have been funny. I don't know.
He bought him a baseball hat that just said McCain Pirate on it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
An orange, bright orange hat with black writing that said McCain Pirate.
I hope you'll be a McCain Pirate.
Yes, it matches my flesh tone perfectly. Thank you. A sickly orange.
And your bathing suit.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
And your
we
suit.
can't brush over on your bathing suit.
No, of course.
Because it matches my complexion, which was a funny gag because it's a bright orange hat. And Conan, of course, is bright orange. And then he goes, yeah, it matches my complexion. You're in your bathing suit. What?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So I sat back and went, uh-oh!
I love that you've given up.
Oh,
I remember a mere few months ago, you're like, there's no way we're going to have a black president.
I know. I said it.
You have given up.
Now all I buy are gold bars and guns.
All right. Conan is tired of making age jokes. McCain gives him an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
We are tired of this take on you. We don't want to do those jokes anymore. Can you give us anything else? Do you have a kooky uncle? Do you have bad breath, webbed toes, anything? Give us something and we will run with
above.
it. All of the above. All right.
I was able to get shot down.
Right.
You know, I intercept the surface air missile with my own airplane. That's no mean feat. I think that's...
People don't really laugh at that. I tried that. They're like, yeah. He's a war hero. What's your problem?
people don't really laugh at that.
He doesn't even understand what humor is.
No, he didn't have
McCain.
any kind of humorous anecdote to tell.
Conan O'Brien's working it big time. He's trying to get something out of it.
He's trying. I mean, he's got McCain right there in front of him. He's trying his damnedest, and McCain's giving him nothing. He just had nothing. At one point, the most uncomfortable moment of the evening was when McCain was. They were talking about his age, and as Conan was talking, McCain slowly tipped himself over, shut his eyes, and like as if almost collapsing on Conan's desk.
Yeah.
It didn't get a peep. People were scared. They absolutely thought he was fainting or dying in that chair. He was trying to make a joke like, look, I'm old, I know, I need my nap. And people thought he was, look, like Conan grabbed at him. He grabbed at his shoulder like, are you okay?
Right. I bet you most people thought it was just a tumor that got too big and weighed him down.
It weighed him
to the
down.
left.
He's going to have another Band-Aid on that side of his head.
Right. This poor guy, he is a war hero. All right, we go to McCain tells a not funny story about his mom.
Yeah.
No, we need to find something else, and so just think about it, get back to us.
About my mom. You know about my mom. She's 96.
Yeah,
96.
96-year-old mom.
She likes gentlemen of color.
So now I think, after he did that other thing, I'm sitting there and I watch, and all I could do was go, uh-oh!
When he was falling asleep?
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! This isn't good.
Not even a reaction when he was making believe he was falling asleep?
No, it was a reaction, but it was a reaction of pure fear.
Right.
That the EMTs, I'm really surprised you didn't just see emergency service workers just come flying out from the wings.
Yeah.
And try to help him. They were scared. Yeah, and then Conan's like, okay, give us something. So I'm thinking he's going into a humorous anecdote about his mom. And he tells this story that just goes nowhere. It's like an Iraq story.
No, we need to find something else, and so just think about it, get back to us.
About my mom. You know about my mom. She's 96.
Yeah,
96.
96-year-old mom.
A couple of Christmases ago, she flies to Paris because she wants to drive around France. She goes to rent a car. They said she was too old, so she bought one and drove around France.
She bought a car in France
she bought a car so she could drive around.
That story stunk. I want to hear a story. I hope his mother is killed, but like by some kind of a weird animal trampling.
How is that going to happen?
I don't like some weird
emus.
Like you live all those years, some bizarre animal,
by
like
a bunch of emus.
Or she goes to pet a circus elephant and it just breaks free and steps on her face, and all of a sudden she's dead.
Oh God!
Like for no reason. All those years of living, and
a tragic, huge, dumb animal. Yeah. Tramples her.
To wipe his mother's hat out from under the elephant's foot.
It'd be funnier than that damn story he told. Ooh. She's in France. She wanted to rent a car. She was too old, so she bought one. Ta-da! The aristocrats. Uh-oh!
There's your guy.
I see England. I see France. I see my mom's underpants. Uh-oh!
Anyone else suspicious about the audience?
What do you mean?
They're a bit too excited about everything he's saying.
Yeah, they're giving these sympathetic, uncomfortable laughs.
I hear excitement, like maybe
loaded audience.
They loaded a audience full of McCain
Believe
supporters
me,
because they're way too.
That.
They're way too excited.
You don't think they could do that? Hey, Conan, you want him?
I'm not hearing.
Here's the audience you're going to have.
I'm not hearing the sympathy reaction. I'm hearing more of a over the top. Oh, you're great. Reaction.
Yeah.
Well, plus the fact is, it's a presidential candidate. You don't get that close to one of them. You're a regular audience member. You normally don't get within 20 feet of a.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you be excited if he walked in here?
Of course.
McCain?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be.
We're excited about David Duchovny.
Would be.
I would be more excited to meet David Duchovny. I swear to God, I would not.
Than John McCain?
If Obama walked in, I would probably faint.
Oh, you fruit.
I'd be starstruck, but I wouldn't. Faint.
No, I think I would faint because of anxiety, like hamana type of thing.
Kenny would have him removed.
Yeah.
You can't be here.
I need a building ID. That stupid haircut Kenny got. Is no one going to acknowledge that?
Oh, God.
Almighty.
Where is that retard hair?
Who cut his haircut? Dr. Frankenstein? That's awful. He has a big flat hairdo.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah, we'll make fun of him after the break. One more McCain story. Another story about Mama. Conan O'Brien.
Great.
I'll try to make it quick, but I wrote a book once where I had talked about when I was being taken from interrogation, one part of the book, from my cell to interrogation. I used to yell obscenities at the guards to help the morale of my friends. And to make a long story short, some of those were in a magazine that excerpted the book. I got a call from my mom. She said, Johnny. I said, yes. She said, I just read the excerpts in that magazine from your book. And I said, well, what did you think? And she said, I'm coming over there and wash your mouth out with soap. She said, I never taught you to use language like that under any circumstance. I said, these guys are bad guys. That's no excuse.
The story was awful.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
How old are you?
That's something that just hasn't been done in decades. My mom heard the language I used to my Vietnamese captors and said, I'm going to wash your mouth out with... He'd probably been said good.
Yeah.
Please, I haven't been able to brush my teeth in years. Soap would be fine. Whatever. Can't stand the smell of myself.
I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap and take all that starch out of your shirt sleeves.
I'm rotting here. So again, I just sat and went, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Trouble for the Republican Party. Not quite a party when he's throwing it.
It's a snooze fest.
It really was. So that was him on Conan, which got me like, I don't. And you see Obama going on some of these shows, and
he's not much better.
He's a little more rehearsed.
Well, when he did that stuff for the WWE, it was like, everyone knows.
Bill Clinton with the saxophone, I'll tell you that much.
No, but I mean, he sounds a lot like The Rock, and he didn't even really understand that he sounded a lot like The Rock. Maybe I'm getting too inside now, but he fell flat with that.
All right, someone has to say it. We're judging presidential candidates on the way they deliver punchlines and do wrestling impressions.
Yes,
we are dummies.
But this is America. This is what it's all about.
But just the things we're pointing out, you're like, with the pirate hat, that wasn't funny. I wouldn't vote for him. And Barack, he does a terrible Rock impression. Boo.
This is how we make our decisions in America, though. We could go on the street again. We've done this a few times already.
What's the haps?
We could do what's the haps? Why are you voting for McCain? Why are you voting for Obama? And it's amazing why people will vote for a certain candidate, not because of what they believe in as far as policy goes.
Yeah,
it's like, well, he's cute, he's this, he's that.
He's got personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Personality goes a long way.
All right, we got to take a break. Greg Giraldo joining the show next, and in about a half hour, David Duchovny stopping by to say hi. But first, we got primetime gossip with our own Sam Roberts, just in case you missed this one from yesterday.
We are back with another Primetime Gossip update from Primetime Sam Roberts. When we last left you, we talked about the plight of Antolini's Anthony Cumia and his quote-unquote mystery illness.
I was like frying in bed.
Yeah.
Just laying in a puddle of sweat. At one point, I thought I had accidentally wet the bed.
Well, there may have been some funny business happening behind closed doors at the Opie and Anthony show because gay executive producer Steve C. has started showing similar symptoms.
Steve C. texted me. He apparently was in bad shape.
We all know how this disease is passed, don't we? Steve also announced that he was getting a colonoscopy done. Not because a doctor recommended it, but for fun.
Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, tell Steve to take 2 Twinks and call us in the morning.
No, I can't have any meat today.
Steve, why are you...
I'm not allowed to twink. I'm allergic to twinks. Set it on the WebMD.
What will happen next? Will Antolini be able to patch things up? Will Steve C. stop giving everyone around him the creeps? Stay tuned as Primetime Gossip keeps you up to date.
It's Friday on the Opie and Anthony show. Greg Giraldo joining the program. He's playing the comedy show that we're doing next Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey. Tickets through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com, and a chance to win a car. Someone is leaving with a brand new car. ONARadio.com for some details on that. And we got all the comedians you know and love from this radio show performing. Always a good time every year. Last year, the parking lot was such a good time. 1,000 to 2,000 people never made it inside.
I'll be honest with you. I only went in for appearances on stage.
Yeah.
When I wasn't on the stage, I was out at one of the parties in the parking lot. I took a golf cart, Yeah, and people were like, you're on in like 3 minutes. Whoa, I hop in the golf cart, back to the stage.
You stressed out Kenny last year, too, because at one point Anthony decided that all the fans needed to be backstage.
Well, come on, I got a little friendly going, come on, I'll take you back.
And Kenny just threw his arms up in the air and gave up. I've never seen Kenny give up before in my life.
They were only girls. I wasn't bringing smelly guys back. Pretty smelling girls. And is there anything wrong with that, homo? Anything? Anyone? Yeah, I don't see anyone speaking up now.
Is that the show where he was in the parking lot just projectile vomiting like it was a Monty Python film?
No, that was the day of...
that was the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, Mohegan Sun, because I was up all night gambling and drinking.
Where half the comedians actually went into the green room and kept asking if you were okay.
Yeah, and the answer was no.
Is he okay?
We usually go out in the golf cart and tour the parking lot and say hi to the fans and everything like that. So we're taking pictures, and I, during one photo op, I was like, uh-oh, this ain't good. So I ran off to one of the portable toilets where I just about turned myself inside out. I really just started woofing.
That was the Tweeter Center, actually.
Oh,
it was after Mohegan. Yeah, Danny's running in with the info. I just realized, too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We went Mohegan, then we went Tweeter Center.
Then I took a few more pictures with raging puke breath. And,
I love that you got a guy on pinpointing exactly where it was you were here.
Oh, yeah. And Danny, he would know because he's probably been in similar situations.
You're making Greg Giraldo miss the old days, right, Greg?
Do I miss him?
You know, unless you're vomiting from a good last night drunk, you're not living.
Last time Giraldo was in here, he opened up to us a bit.
Yeah.
Talking about how he missed the major chunks of his life in the last few years.
Yeah, it's you know, and you forget how much. I was up in Montreal, and some guy came up to me and said he wrote for GQ, and he goes, "Remember we had this long conversation about something you did for YouTube?" No idea. He said there's a whole series of exchanges, and it was an article. No idea. I don't remember.
Wow. Sorry,
emailing him at all.
But you doing all right now?
Yeah, everything's great right now, except for the herpes.
There's always lysine and Valtrex.
What kind of dosage? I knew I'm in the right place.
Yeah, you could do 500 lysine in the morning, 500 in the afternoon. You could do 1,000 lysine in the morning and clear it all up.
Mix it up a little.
Hey, we're doing the Saget roast together too. You got to fly out the same day I do that.
Are you going out? You're doing the roast?
Yeah,
that's great. I didn't even know that. That's new, right? When did you decide you were doing it?
Dropped out last minute. They just called me this week.
Oh, great, man.
Yeah,
that's going to be cool.
Yeah, I got one. Bob Saget, we're roasting you. I bet you're not going to taste good. I'm going to kill.
I'm already started because, you know, Saget rhymes with.
Yes.
Oh.
You think that might come up?
Couple times.
It
I'll
might
show you what
just
a no
come
talent
up.
I am. I didn't even think of that until Giraldo said it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it does.
Good one. Good one.
Write it down, Jimmy.
It's going to be a good one. At first, I wasn't that into it, but now I'm starting to get ramped up.
Well, it's fun to beat a comic to death because Bob's as a comedian, you can take it. Like when you're roasting people who aren't comics,
they
take it, but
hey, I don't appreciate that. It's a roast, dummy.
He's a brutal stand-up. So, you know.
Yeah, so anything goes.
Yeah, no, he's fully
a very dirty stand-up. We all learned last year because he did the virus tour.
He's very ready.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some audio of a weather girl getting blown over.
Oh, phew! Wow.
It makes a better video. We'll link the video on oandayradio.com. But the audio, you could tell when she officially is blown back into the van that she popped out of to report
Is this one of these idiots that have to stand in a hurricane?
Yeah, that's the new thing.
Okay.
You got to get as close as possible. So
It used to just be the Weather Channel guys.
Right.
Like, and they were the men. The Weather Channel men would stand there and go, we're here, and obviously the wind is blowing it. Wow, it's unbelievable force. You can see I'm leaning into it to try to... And now they're sending broads out. They weigh like $1.05.
Right.
I know.
Just getting blown all over the place.
It's a really funny video, but here's the audio portion.
All right, 3, 2, 1. It's about 11:30 right now, local time, and the eye wall is in force here on Padre Island. You can see winds gusting probably up in the 70, 80 mile per hour range. Virtually everything is shut down, and we've actually encountered some accidents ourselves. The back window of our SUV just blew out.
And away she goes.
That screech is great.
You gotta love it. Oh, is that her right
Roker
there?
got blown down the street once, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, Roker took a spill.
Really?
What kind of wind took that?
Yeah, I was right there with you, Jimmy. A Category 10 it had to be.
All right, 3, 2, 1. It's about 11:30 right now, local time, and the eye wall is in force here on Padre Island. You can see winds gusting probably up in the 70-80 mile per hour range. Virtually everything is shut down, and we've actually encountered some accidents ourselves. The back window of our SUV just blew out.
Just a good scream.
Face first into the back of it.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Good.
That's how you want to see every chick.
Good for you.
That's great.
Dummies.
That makes me very happy.
That's pretty hot today as well. And then we could do this one. Teens pull gray poupon bit. We've all seen that commercial.
Yeah.
Excuse me, do you have some gray poupon, right?
Yeah, it's like a 15-year-old bit.
It's amazing. Has that commercial been on in years?
No.
But it's one of those timeless classics. So
Like, where's the beef?
right. Well, listen what happened to these guys.
They got a response that they never expected. And as Courtney Orton found out, it didn't leave anyone laughing.
No, it didn't, Jed. In fact, it had the teens scared for their lives. They asked the driver of the car next to them at a stoplight if he had any Grey Poupon. His answer? He pulled out a gun.
I remember these kids.
That's great.
I love how the news doesn't find the funny in this stuff.
Yeah. Why is no one laughing? Everyone's laughing.
No one's laughing today. No, a few shock jocks are, and their listeners.
It was
Everyone's
particularly
laughing.
funny the way she said it.
Yeah.
So seriously. His answer?
What a gun.
Wow.
That guy really hated mustard.
Their lives. They asked the driver of the car next to them at a stoplight if he had any Grey Poupon. His answer? He pulled out a gun.
And then said, check your pants.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Oh, that is fantastic.
How great is that?
And the funny thing is, somebody was robbing a bank and they pulled out mustard.
Oh, good gravy. That's not going to scare the teller.
Sure would, unless you put it in their eye.
Oh, it burns.
So he pulled out a gun. That's what everyone would want to do, hearing that.
Of course.
God,
Yes.
I wish I had a pistol.
Let's see what else happened here.
And nothing. Did he shoot? Like that? Somehow that made the news. These kids just called in.
We're going to find out. We got more audio to go here.
He pulled out a gun.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
Most of us are familiar with that question,
But of course.
thanks to a number of Grey Poupon commercials that aired on televisions across the country in the late 80s and early 90s. But that wasn't the response a car full of teenagers got when they asked that same question. The driver of the car next to them at a Murray stoplight, 22-year-old Vitaly Kovtun, instead pulled out a gun.
Is that a Russian name? It sounds Russian.
Right,
Okay, there you go.
What is it?
Yeah, it sounds Russian.
It sounds Russian? Sure. Okay.
He has no idea what Grey Poupon is.
No,
He
it's
doesn't
just
know.
in Russia, it's a huge insult to ask anyone for,
Right. For mustard?
Yeah.
You don't do that to people.
Yes. He probably thought it was Grape Upon, which means something awful.
What is this you ask of me? For the Grey Poupon. What? Get out of here. Stupid children.
Children.
She racked the slide back and then basically told the other kids that, here's your Grey Poupon. Now,
Here's your Grey Poupon. Oh, this guy's a laugh.
Yeah, how could you be that dangerous and that corny? All at the same time?
Here's your Grey Poupon.
Why, I'll give you your
Grey Poupon. Got your Grey Poupon right here.
The delivery on that line. Come on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Have some fun with the delivery.
kids that, here's your Grey Poupon. Now, roll up your window.
The teens jotted down the driver's license plate number.
Nerds.
Murray police arrested Kovtun.
Oh, you know what? Take your beating and go away.
And the fact that they remembered exactly, like they had to go running to the cops, going,
Right.
and then we just asked him if he had any Grey Poupon, and he pulled out a gun, and then he said, here's your Grey Poupon.
It was a gun.
Murray police arrested Kovtun, who they say admitted he pulled out the gun.
They were just goofing around. Teenagers do. Just kind of playing a little joke. Didn't think it would be that big a deal, and obviously scared to death when it happened.
Kovtune, who holds a concealed weapons permit, has been charged with aggravated assault for this, which is a third-degree felony.
It's a horrible idea. The idea, I believe, behind the concealed weapons permit is strictly for your own safety, for your own defense.
And jokes.
To defend yourself against the threat of death.
And I spoke to the department that issues concealed weapons permits today. A representative told me over the phone Kovtune's permit will be suspended until there is a resolution in the case.
How did he get one at 22?
What, permit?
Is he 22 years old?
You're allowed.
Has he have a permit to, I guess, a permit to carry?
Yeah.
Just not in Manhattan.
Right.
Okay.
I love that they tracked down the expert who said that's not for this. When we issue a gun permit,
When we issue,
it's not intended
not for Grey Poupon jokes. we frown against brandishing of weapons.
I mean, yes, one will feel the urge to do it, but typically speaking, the intention is for self-defense.
I don't think there's one person that has a concealed weapons permit that hasn't thought it would be funny to do this. But, common sense grabs hold and goes, you don't do that. It's for protection. And they will take your license away for brandishing it for a Grey Poupon joke.
They're still doing it. I love that. Maybe his mom died from mustard.
Mustard gas back in the Soviet Union. That is not funny.
You'll
Not funny.
You'll make laugh. My mother, she make dead.
Greg Giraldo. Right on, man. Hey, moving on really fast because we did this story yesterday. Maybe we could get an update, but the jilted bride is on the Today Show this morning. Giraldo,
God,
Greg Giraldo.
this annoys me.
We
this
had
story.
this yesterday. So you got a bride. She's getting married, whatever, and the guy backs out because he finds out this woman had a lot of debt, and I'm sure there were other issues, but he's saying, he didn't want to enter into a marriage with this woman that had so much debt, so he bailed. She turned around and sued the guy. And won!
No.
$150,000.
Yep.
$150,000.
$150,000.
For what? What was the bait?
Breach of contract.
I don't know. Yes. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Officially? And she got to keep the ring and all that, and they're saying the ring was a pretty impressive one.
This is before you're married now.
And he also paid off some of her debt before all this went down.
Now, before you're married, you can get screwed over.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah.
So now you got to get a pre-engagement nuptial agreement? What the?
Oh, man.
I have no idea.
The one little bit of law that I remember, and I don't know why I remember this, is when it comes to engagement rings, if you give them, people always give them to people on a birthday or Christmas or something like that. Don't do that, because then if the engagement breaks off, they can keep it.
Because it's a gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
But if it's a gift in contemplation of marriage, if you just give it to them on another day and you break up, then technically you got to get the ring back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to inform people.
Well, if you're kind of a little cheap, then you might want to combine the holiday and that, and then it leads me to believe it's not going to be a very expensive ring. Now, I'm doing this from personal experience. When I went to the jewelry store in Penn Station on my way up to Boston,
very nice,
to get engaged to my ex.
You know what? Most people don't realize you could get a nice engagement ring at Penn Station.
No, not many people did.
Right by the Orange Julius.
Oh, it was fantastic. And that was also a Christmas present. So I covered all my bases.
Yeah. It seems like a good idea. You save yourself, $100 on a gift, but then if you want the ring back,
well, Anthony.
I didn't need it back.
Anthony hasn't saved any money on this.
No.
On this.
No.
That ring ended up costing a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I could have bought the Hope Diamond.
Right at this point.
That's my own personal blood diamond that I bought in Penn Station. What do you need? An engagement ring, kid? Come here.
Getting more info about this lady. She left her job and moved. The award was equal to her salary, plus bonuses, and benefits for a year. They were never married, my friend.
There's no reason she should have been given
married.
Anything.
Never married.
There's no guarantees. People are assuming that there's guarantees in life and in being an American, that you're guaranteed certain things. You're supposedly guaranteed, what's in the Constitution, your Bill of Rights, things like that. Those are guarantees, I guess, and even those aren't guaranteed. Anything else, it's a crapshoot. Oh, what? You don't have enough money? You don't have a good car? You don't have this? It's not my problem. People, just get me off this planet, please, aliens. I know you're out there. Sometimes I walk around and I look and I go, goddamn human beings. Like I curse I'm a self-hating human. Yeah. I'm a self-hating human because I don't like human beings.
What
another alternative would be great.
What drives you nuts about human beings there?
The stupidity, hypocrisy, ill-informed asses walking around thinking they just know everything when they don't even know enough. You don't know enough to make a decision on anything.
I hate the neediness of humans.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I go back to the movie theater because we saw Dark Knight recently at the IMAX. So they squeezed like 2,000 people in there, whatever the hell that thing fits, and they're all eating at the same time. And I'm just thinking, needy, more, feed myself, feed.
Yeah.
And it sounds, I say it a lot, but it sounds like locusts just going through a field, just munching away on the popcorn, and it drives it hits me on a level I can't even explain the hatred I have for people at that moment because they're ripping up their candy. I need candy, soda, popcorn, more. Need.
There were probably better reasons to hate people.
I understand that.
Pedophilia and rape and murder.
Yeah.
But it all gets crazy. Like, God damn it, in the movie theater, they have to eat.
Yeah, but I'm not
enjoy their experience.
But I'm not in the middle of a movie theater with a bunch of pedophiles, so I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Depends on the movie you're seeing.
I saw Wall-E. But you know the thing about Wall-E? He was saying, did you see it?
Do you know how to say it? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. Is it Wall-E or Wall-E? What?
I say Wall-E, but
all right.
you know,
I say whaler.
Tomato. You know, let's all agree to get.
It's called the whole thing off.
But in that movie, I have kids, so I had to go see it, and it's the vision of the future. They're all floating around in outer space, as giant, fat, bloated monsters eating and drinking all the time. They're on these floating chairs. They don't even walk in. That's where we're headed.
That is pretty much where we're at.
Yeah.
Did the boys like the movie?
They did like the movie, but not as much as I disliked parts of The Dark Knight that Maggie Gyllenhaal was in. Since when is she
so
hot?
Pretty.
Oh my God!
When is she hot? Is she just forced down our throat?
Thank you. Patrice said the same thing. I said the same thing. She has like old lady face, and she's still youthful.
And you know what? They go, well, she's a really good actress, but she's not a good actress because you could see as she's in that role, she wasn't good. You could see her thinking, I know I'm not believable. I'm really torturing Batman. He's tortured over, unrequited love from me.
Two guys are fighting over her?
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah,
in
the
real
richest
life.
guy in the city who fights crime, and he flies. The guy could fly with his cape. But Maggie Gyllenhaal is the
That's
chick.
the catch.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, we were talking about that. Who was mentioning that yesterday? With the fact that her and the other one from Superman, Margot Kidder.
Oh, right.
It's like Superman is giving it all up and walking into his Fortress of Solitude and putting the green crystal in and taking his powers away so he can have sex with Margot Kidder.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Margot Kidder.
Oh, I wouldn't. I just said, yeah, all my powers are gone, and then just blown the top of her head off. That would have been great. No, everything's fine. Don't worry. I'm feeling this sensation. Whammo, her head's on the hotel room ceiling.
She's and going back to Maggie, she's playing Katie Holmes's character. They should have just made a brand new character for this
Something.
movie.
That, like the whole, and it's shot the way when it's supposed to be like the stunning girls you can't take your eyes off of. They just have the camera lingering on her forever, and the whole time you're going, she's piggy.
She had a mopey face.
She had a face.
I told her
Mopey.
she looked like Princess Leia. She was really like Carrie Fisher.
Mopey.
Unpleasant looking, average blick.
That was one of the problems with Dark Knight. They didn't have beautiful women in it. There was no eye candy, really.
I don't mind that if there's no reason for them, but if one's supposed to be hot,
right,
she should be sizzling.
Yeah. If her beauty is influencing the main character, then she should be beautiful.
Well, the whole scene, they're literally there's tons. There was at least 3 or 4 scenes where they're standing there going like, I'm just so stunned by your beauty here. So, and you could see her face. She almost wanted to go, come on.
All right, who cast me?
Yeah, I know. And she was almost twitching herself. She was almost like just she knew it was a ridiculous
casting by Gyllenhaal casting.
Yeah. Did you like Heath Ledger?
He's great.
Amazing,
he really was great. Yeah. Yep. It really was.
A lot of us are saying now we miss him. When he dies, like, too bad. You know,
Yeah.
some young actor
Well,
dying,
you know,
whatever. But after that performance, you would like to, wonder what he would have done after this.
When he spits in his mitt in Brokeback Mountain, that's the moment I said, I'm going to miss this kid.
I still haven't brought myself to be able to see that movie.
Brokeback Mountain?
That's the most homophobic thing I've ever done in my life, is not be able to watch
That
it.
tense scene is, wow, sexy.
I'm with Geraldo. You'd have to prepare yourself for something. I'm not prepared.
Buckle in.
I'm not prepared yet.
Strap in, kids.
Can't do it.
And the more people talk about the movie, they're like, it really is a good movie, but I still just can't.
It looks corny. Even if it was a guy and a chick, it would be corny. It would be unbearable. So, there's the two dudes. I mean, although maybe it does add a wrinkle that I should stay open to.
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
All right, listen, we got to take a break because
I was just looking at the trailer for the Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly movie, man. The living bunk base is going to be, I got to see that.
Step Brothers.
You are such an ass. Who doesn't love Jimmy? We are an ass.
We have to say it. We have to. We're done with Will Ferrell as far as this show goes. We're done with him.
Until he wants to call in.
We're done with him.
Until he wants to call in.
We promoted that garbage
acknowledge
semi-pro with the understanding that he was going to do our radio show. And we went and saw the movie and talked around how bad it was. I mean, we really put ourselves out there for that dumb movie. He blows us off because he knew how bad the movie was. And then he was supposed to call yesterday with John C. Reilly for the Step Brothers movie. And out of nowhere, 5 minutes before they're going on the air, Will Ferrell's, quote, sick. We're done with this guy.
Yeah, but
done.
In that movie, though, dude, one is going to want one thing, the other's going to want the other thing. It's the comedy is conflict. They both kind of dress like little kids, you know. It's just like boys being boys.
Yeah. They're in their 40s and they're living together again. Because, see, their parents ended up getting married, so now they're stepbrothers.
But they're grown men, though. But they probably behave like children.
Like teenagers,
like
right?
kids. As grown men, though?
Oh, man.
Both vying for the attention of their parents, right?
Yeah, they kind of look alike. They have the curly hair. It's just because John C. Reilly's last one with the Dewey Cox thing, that was terrific. It's funny. Funny guys.
We've had it with people blowing us off for dumb reasons.
I like Will Ferrell, actually, but that just looks.
Who doesn't? But enough. Stop making excuses. Are you going to be part of our show or not?
No, it's a not.
Men,
he has spoken.
Men on Wire, 100% positive reviews on RottenTomatoes.com.
Wow,
100%?
3 people from France?
We had Philippe Petit on that couch earlier this week, and, he doesn't believe in God, but the gods believe in him.
He's a tightrope.
So what?
You know who he is?
No, I don't
walk
know.
between the trade centers on the tightrope.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
He doesn't believe in God, but,
I love
the gods,
The gods do believe in
they
him.
believe in him.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
do.
terrific.
If the gods believe in the rest of us, he would have fallen.
What, he's got a documentary out? Is that what it is?
Yes, very timely. 1974, he did the walk.
Well-
the towers have been gone for 7 years, and Mr. Finger on the Pulse puts one out now in 2008.
This has been a discussion for a long time, and I saw Men on Wire. It's a really good film. We were very, very disappointed with Philippe Petit when he came in, and we felt like we should have really went after him, and we're mad at ourselves we did not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can't imagine like the O&A guys. You guys going after a French high wire artist. What could you have got? What could possibly have rubbed you the wrong way?
What was some of the other stuff? He was very poetic.
He's just a dick. Like, I was very nice to him because I liked him. I mean, I'm afraid of heights, and what he did was amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like everything I tried to compliment on, he was like one of those guys when you go, well, Carl Wallenderfeld, who's deaf. Did that make you think about that? Well, I don't. I tried to think about other people. Where I said, well, what happened if you would have dropped the stick? Well, there is. I don't think of the if. Shut up. You do.
Of course
I didn't say that though till later. I didn't realize that everything I said to this little fruit, he was bitching me on. I took it too. I took
This
it.
little fruit.
He really was. He gave it to me good, and I took it.
We
Yeah.
kind of blew it on that one, but whatever. Whatever. What can I tell you?
You're a little starstruck, I guess. You like the guy.
Yeah, but I didn't realize till afterwards.
We were excited. I think we all love Daredevils.
That's a pretty unbelievably ballsy thing to do.
Yeah.
You got to give him that.
It's amazingly ballsy, especially when he laid. You ever see photos of him laying down on the wire?
Yeah.
Can we show Greg some pictures and talk during the break, E-Rock?
Yeah, we'll do that because we got to take a break. Greg Giraldo, he's playing the comedy show we're doing next Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center in Homedale, New Jersey. One of the reasons we invited Greg in today. Tickets available through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com. And we're giving away a chance to win a car. and I want to alert the texters.
Oh,
get ready to text. Secret messages on the Opie and Anthony Show. Get ready to text.
I'm a little teapot.
Short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
Put a finger in my backside and cum shoots out. There is the closet. I should step out.
Opie and Anthony.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Greg Giraldo doing a great job with us today. He's going to be playing the comedy show next Saturday. PNC Bank Arts Center. Tickets still available through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com. If you want to see the lineup and everything that's going on, go to Virus Tour, one word on MySpace. Okay? Got a chance to win a car from AmericanFord.net as well. Go to ONDARadio.com for details on that. David Duchovny is going to be coming in here in seconds. And we're learning that Roland is a huge fan of David Duchovny.
I did not know that.
No one knew that, but he's out of his mind that David Duchovny's in today. And he brings all the celebrities through for us. But this one's a biggie for Roland. A biggie. A biggie.
Has there been another one for him that blew him away? There might have been one more that he
Not
was...
like this. I don't think he could hear us, but he found out that David Duchovny's kids love Legos or something, so he's got a huge box of Legos he's going to give David Duchovny.
What is he, crazy?
What, David Duchovny's going to fly back to L.A. with a huge box of Legos when he could just buy the Legos in L.A.?
And like David Duchovny doesn't
give him a
have
gift card.
Have the, lettuce to get his kid his own Legos?
He's a major fanboy of David Duchovny.
This is great. My kids really wanted this. They've been begging for it for years.
Yeah, wow. Good thing someone else bought it.
Let's follow David Duchovny out of the studio. He'll throw it in a dumpster somewhere.
You're going to see some homeless guy playing with Legos down the street.
Absolutely.
Building himself a Lego house.
Absolutely. What should we do? Should we wait, or we could start? We got audio of the jilted bride there.
Was that the blonde one? The big...
Danny's like, I hate this woman. She was just on the Today Show. We've been talking about this the last couple of days. The guy decided to bail. He didn't want to get married after all.
Did Danny say, I hate this woman, or I hate all women? Not that he's gay. He's angry. Oh, kick the thing again.
Well,
Kick it.
Someone will get the hint, and they'll fix it. Well, here she is on the Today Show.
Rosemary Schell is with us exclusively, along with her attorney, Lydia Sartain. Good morning to both of you.
Where's the attorney?
Rosemary, first of all, your reaction to this jury decision of $150,000. Were you surprised by the amount?
A little bit, but I was thrilled. I feel like justice was really...
They weren't married.
Justice.
What are we doing?
Do you know what the word justice means, you dummy?
That's right.
I felt that justice was miscarried. Unless that's the next word.
This guy doesn't owe her crap.
I felt that Jesus would be very happy.
I feel like justice was really done.
You know, engagements, as sad as it is, are broken all the time. Why did you feel the need to take legal action?
Primarily because he made a promise to me.
Primarily because I'm
He made a promise to me. You know what? Promises aren't always kept. And it doesn't mean that he owes you $100,000. It means you could call him an ass, worse. You could call him whatever the hell you want. But where does that then give her the right to get over $100,000 of this guy's money because he broke this promise to marry her? Oh, God, I hate this stuff.
Primarily because he made a promise to me, and I relied on that promise and gave up a lot of things because of that promise. And I suffered significantly for it.
You gave up, in particular, a good-paying job.
Too bad. Maybe your judgment should be fixed.
Right.
Find other guys.
That's called life. See, people don't understand. It's called life. Life is this thing that you go through. Point A is being born, and then point B is croaking. And in between is something called your life. And there's no guarantee that promises are kept and decisions that you make are going to be good ones all the time, and that other people are responsible for those decisions. This bitch!
It's not going to be a smooth ride.
No.
It's going to have bumps in the road.
Of course.
Maybe she did deserve the money, though. I mean, like, if
Jimmy!
If the guy...
Suck it.
No,
Come
no.
here. Come here.
I'll do that anyway.
Come here.
I'll do that simply for the gig. No, but if the guy promised to do a certain thing and she gave up a job, it's like his
Doesn't matter.
actions caused her
That's
problem.
her judgment on him. How trustworthy this guy is. Should she have said, you know something, I got a pretty good job here, fella. Maybe I'm not ready to give it up.
Yeah, but he promised to marry her, so she's like, I'm going to have this life with this guy, and he just dumps her.
I love Jimmy playing the reasonable voice of
I swear, I want to take his cute face and smush it. I want to squeeze it.
Why? It's kissable.
I know
I'm adorable when I shave.
I want to squeeze it. Maybe it's time that men start realizing the ramifications of their actions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, for too long, women have been dragged into these kind of situations with no recourse from the criminal justice or the legal justice system.
God.
I think this is a good thing. I think this is a movement in the right direction.
Good. This is good precedent-setting thing. This is great.
Let's have a cage match. Ant and I versus you two. Let's go. Let's go.
Depends on what Geraldo has done that morning.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, all right, it might be a good one. But if he's on one of his wonderful runs, I take me and Geraldo anytime. I'll just stand behind him and watch him Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
We got David Duchovny. He's walking up the stairs. So you want to get to the end of this clip, or you want to just wait?
Walking up the stairs, where?
Let's do that.
The elevator, you mean?
They said stairs.
Where?
It's very healthy.
I don't know.
Take the stairs.
A good paying job.
Yes.
By moving.
Yes, a lot of things. And, you know, I just felt like people shouldn't be allowed to do people that way.
You know, Wayne Gibbs, your ex-fiancé, has said that one of the reasons he broke off the engagement is because when you moved back to be with him, he paid off a lot of your debt and then realized you had even more debt, and that gave him cold feet. Decided maybe I'm not going to go all the way here and marry this woman. What's your reaction to that?
That's simply not true. We discussed my debts before I left Florida. We discussed my debts when I came back from Florida. He had a list. He knew exactly what I owed.
So there is
That's
debt.
just kind of a smokescreen he put up.
Smokescreen?
Yeah.
Oh. She goes, no, that's simply not true. We discussed the debts. Oh, so you're admitting there were debts that he did pay. Ugh, this leech. Just to take, you know how you get rid of her? You got to grab her close to your skin and then put a cigarette butt on her ass so the head doesn't break off under your skin and get infected. You're a tick.
We got to get the guy on our show.
Yeah.
Can we hunt him down?
Yeah, look for a man crying
He'll have
with
a
his
different story
checkbook
to
out.
tell. We got more audio.
I think the bottom line is, though, like normally I would agree against it, but if the guy promised to marry her and then she gave up, the thing that convinces me is that she gave up the job. And if you give up that kind of money and the guy just backs out, it's like,
I thought you were kidding all this
You're
time.
not really
So
kidding.
did I.
I was playing along.
Jimmy is just a douche.
Why?
Because how could you even defend this woman?
I'm not actually, and I know it's a weird position to take, but it's like only the job. The job.
First of all, it's the role. You're not. It's not even if you agree that she's right. Even if you agree that she's right, the question is, how could she have access to the courts? These are our tax dollars. So that this is a system. The governmental system is now being used to settle private nonsense like this. I mean, it's
if she would have gotten married and left the job, that's one thing. I don't even agree with that, but you know, that's what, at least she'd have a leg to stand on in this one. A promise like, yeah, look, we're going to have this great life together. We're going to get married. You leave your job. You come out. You move with me. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says in marriage. It's not like, hey, don't leave your job because I don't know what the hell, where this is going.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be all full of sparkles and romance at that point.
We should explain. We got David Duchovny in studio. David, while we were waiting for you, we played audio. Yeah. I want to get your take on this real fast, then we'll get into the X-Files and stuff.
Is it me?
No, nothing.
All right, good.
We have a.
All right, good.
We have a. It's not on TV anymore.
Okay.
We have this woman. She was going to get married, and the guy at the last second decided he needs to bail. He's like he didn't feel good about the situation. Right. She had some debt, and we're thinking maybe some other things were going on. She turned around and got a lawyer, sued the guy for backing out of the marriage. They weren't married. She won $150,000.
It doesn't make sense.
There was no contract of it. It was just a verbal.
They weren't even
But
married
he did
yet.
promise, and she did give up a good job.
Jimmy, I'm going to smack you in the head.
I promise. You promised.
But I mean, it's like a contract. It's a verbal contract in a way.
What is a verbal contract?
Well, like she agreed to move and relocate
Well,
for
he's
him.
just a liar. But do you get? Is that illegal?
Well, not illegal, but he's not being put in
Exactly.
jail. But he is being taken to task.
Thank God, the voice of reason, David Duchovny.
I would like it better if he went to jail for fibbing.
For telling a fib.
But it's setting a precedent now. Now you could get sued before you even get married.
Well, then you just can't make a promise when someone's got a $150,000 job on the line.
Shut up. I don't like the way
We don't know if he's...
What about if
BSing us or what?
But always used unkind.
I don't think he is.
He plays the devil's advocate all the time, and I want to really smash him.
We have to. David Duchovny obviously is doing the new X-Files.
X-Files movie.
I got to start though by saying why did you come back? Because it went horribly wrong the last time you were here.
Did it?
Remember? Yeah.
What happened?
Because he came in to promote Californication.
Right.
None of us saw it, and we were just sitting here like, X-Files movie. And you're like, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I'm not talking about that. I want to talk about Californication.
Right.
And it was a weird interview, but I think we had a good time.
Yeah.
Now I'm prepared to...
Well, I was going to sue you afterwards. It wasn't as good a time as I wanted to have.
But this is the beauty of
verbal
us.
contract was made.
This is the beauty of us. You're here to promote the X-Files movie.
Yeah.
I am so prepared to talk about Californication now.
I'll talk about anything you want. Whatever you want.
I got the DVD of the first season,
Yeah.
and I feel really bad that I didn't watch it before you came in the last
no.
time, because I love the show on Showtime.
Yeah. We just finished the second season a couple days ago, and I think it's even funnier and better than the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm amazed by all the women you get to bang in this series, and I wonder if your wife has a problem with this, even though it's acting. Because you're completely naked in front of these women that are completely naked with ridiculous bodies.
No, you always wear a cock sock.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Which is, I just like saying that.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Can we clean that up? Because that's pretty funny. He's got something that
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah, he's got something that he puts on when he's doing the sex scene.
It's a special sock you have to wear, just say during sex scenes where nothing will really happen.
And mine is usually Argyle, like an Argyle.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It blends in.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, actors always say this, and you always think it's bull, but it's actually true that the sex scenes are usually like the opposite of sexy because they're choreographed, and usually for camera, your genitals end up around her belly button, you know, and that looks like real and things like that. So it's not. And we're also conscious of the women or whoever is on the show is comfortable doing what they're doing, because it's not easy to come onto a set and do something like that. So
you're good. You told this to your lady, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
She's an actress, so she knows. You know, she knows.
And I'll tell you how you guys are really smart, because I got the DVD, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give this a try.
Right.
The first episode had so many hot women naked. I'm like, how could you not watch this show at this point?
Yeah.
And one of the opening scenes is this girl Mia that in the middle of having sex with you, she punches you in the face
twice,
and then we learn that she's underage. You didn't know, your character didn't know,
right?
And we also learned that it's the little girl from that old show, The Nanny. How could you not watch Californication?
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
And actually, when we were shooting the X-Files movie in Canada, I was on a treadmill or something, and one of the old nannies was on, and I felt really bad about myself.
That's dirty. Oh, is that filthy?
And yet I kept watching.
Well, Mia, her name's Mia in the show, and she's
Madeline Zima. Yeah,
she's beautiful.
Yeah,
she's really tall too. She grew up.
Yeah, for me, it's the second punch that is the best. You know, because you get punched once, it's kind of sick and funny, and twice, it's just funny at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to do a make good. I mean, Californication is great.
Was it even out when I came in here? I don't know if you even had the chance.
I thought it was. I thought it. Yeah, you know, whatever. But
well, thank you. I
did the
appreciate
first
that.
season end as a dream?
Well, I'm
you don't want to say, obviously.
I don't want to say.
That's all for the insiders.
The reason that Tom Kapanos, the creator of the show, did that is we didn't know, by the time we were shooting the last episode of last season, we didn't know if we were picked up or not. So he wanted to make it so that if we didn't get picked up, it would just function as an entity, you know, a story from start to finish. So, you know, we got put in this box at the end by getting us back together. But that's always good in television, is to challenge yourself by, you know, tying up your loose ends, and you have to make new ones.
It's going to end up being a dream because you got the second season.
I'm not saying.
All right.
I have a question for you too. When you came up, Roland's our guy. He takes care of all the celebrities.
Roland, yeah, he gave me Lego, and I'm you know, it's weird when a grown man gives you Lego. Yeah, but my kid, I'm a hero now. I'm just going to send that off, and you know, for me getting Lego.
Roland, could you come here? Because we heard about this. How big of a... Would you mind if Roland...
Not at all.
Roland's a super fan.
But I think he's being polite. You don't want a box of Legos?
No, I do.
You could get Legos for your kids.
You can't.
He should have gave you a gift card.
You can't. Lego is it's harder to get than anything in the world.
Yeah. No, but I gave him a card, though, that he could get whatever he wants at any time.
Yeah.
For how much?
anything.
It's a little like crack. It's a little like the first one's free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got him a Lego gift card?
No, it's my friend's a VP at Lego, so whatever he wants, anytime, free.
VP of Lego?
How do you know someone who works at Lego? What's wrong with you?
I should have known. They designed the little people after you. You kind of look like that Lego guy.
That's great. So you love David.
Yeah, I love the X-Files.
Thank
which
you.
comes
Well, who
out
doesn't?
today, which is awesome and way better than Batman.
Well, yeah, Batman is some crazy kind of phenomenon. So what I want to tell people is, if Batman is sold out, it's perfectly fine and actually okay.
That's smart.
If you buy an X-Files ticket and sneak back into Batman. That's good with me. I don't care what movie you watch.
Just buy the X-Files
ticket.
Or I'll just say this. Aaron Eckhart is Harvey Dent and Two-Face. There you go. Now go see the X-Files.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Like
Big spoiler. Just blurt it out. So people go see the X-Files.
X-Files.
I sat next to Roland at The Dark Knight, and he loved the movie.
Yeah.
You really like this David Duchovny.
The hardcore
I like
people
the
should have
movie,
seen it
but
already.
I didn't love the movie, though.
Well,
I mean,
here's a spoiler from me. Batman, also Bruce Wayne.
No way.
I would never know because he sounded so different.
I'm Batman.
That's terrific. Heath Ledger spit on you after every take? It's awful.
When are we going to catch the joke?
Shut up. Horrendous.
Why is my girlfriend so unattractive?
I don't mind. Why is he attacking his mother and sister? He should be punching his acting coach. Yeah, do the gravelly voice thing. That worked. I'm going to get you.
I'm the richest guy in New York City, but my girlfriend's an ass face.
Let me just say that David Duchovny left.
Yes,
Of course.
We know how you guys are.
He wasn't involved with that.
No,
at all.
now the movie, obviously. A lot of people curious, do you have to be a fan of the show? Do you have to have seen the previous movie, or is this kind of standalone?
It's a standalone. You know, when we came out to publicize the last movie, which was 10 years ago, and 6 years since we finished the show on television, we had these marching orders to let people know that you don't have to have seen the show to enjoy the movie, and it was bull. You know, that was we all knew it was bull, it was a lie, but we went out there and lied anyway because, you know, people just lie when they're publicizing stuff. But this time, I'm not lying. I won't come back here in 6 years and tell you that I was lying. You can actually enjoy the film and should enjoy the film without knowing anything about the characters of the show.
A little odd. Because I read a few reviews that came out, and one of them was like, it was a little odd because there isn't really an alien tie-in.
No, there's no alien tie-in. That's one of the attempts to make it a standalone.
A standalone, yeah, because then you'd have to know the whole backstory of you know, Mulder and that goddamn sister that just took up your whole life. You know something? At some point, got to get over the sister thing and just kind of move on.
Well, one thing he's doing for closure is he's going to sue the aliens now.
That's a good idea. Litigate.
grand.
Just litigate with the aliens.
We had a couple of guys, were they producers from the X-Files?
Oh, Frank and Chris?
Well,
you, Jimmy.
We have a moment for you, David.
Oh, yeah?
You'll never come back.
This is horrible.
You'll never come back.
It wasn't a bad moment.
I'm a huge fan.
We started promoting the X-Files movie a while ago.
Right.
And we had Chris Carter in, actually, and Frank Spotnitz.
Yes, Frank Spotnitz.
Right. And Jimmy really wasn't sure who
they were.
So we're talking about the X-Files movie, and you know they're not fessing up to much of anything. They're not giving any info out on storyline or anything like that.
Yeah.
And Jimmy started asking them questions as if they were actors. Like, I believe he thought one of them was Mulder.
I didn't know. I thought they were both in the show.
I think one of them does think he's Mulder.
We got a quick clip. It's worth playing.
Oh, you got this?
Yes.
Hey, do you guys when you're in between, like, you know, you got 6 years between doing films? Are you doing like theater and stuff like that? A lot of actors just get so bored with
Chris
being known
Carter's
as the same role all the time. They just want to go out and, like, you know, Gandolfini always wants to go out and do some weird thing. I mean,
That's what he asked them.
that's
What do they say?
As far as David and Jillian go, I mean, Jillian.
You know, the people that act in the movie? Yeah, Chris Carter's off doing Broadway, you idiot. He's in Mamma Mia.
That would have been a bad. That would have been a bad question to the actors.
Right? Yeah, to the actual actors.
You didn't like my Melt Hillis stutter through it? Some nervous idiot.
And then we have the clip where you discover that they really don't act.
Those are the creators, right?
Yep.
Well, Jimmy
Jimmy seemed to be under the impression they were actors.
A lot of people in some feedback said that too.
Oh, they weren't actors? I had no idea who they were.
You find yourself other roles like De Niro, and they were looking at him like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
Did you do any Broadway?
I was wondering why
Chris Carter doing Rent.
I was wondering why you kept talking about the other actors.
Chris Carter is the creator of the X-Files.
Good for me.
All right, so the instant feedback was accurate.
It's an idea.
The instant feedback was coming in, and a lot of people going, I think Jimmy thinks that they're actors.
I thought they were the two leads in the show.
Oh, my God. That's hysterical. Yeah, that would be hysterical.
What a dope. That's like asking Oliver Stone. So do you act in theater when you're not starring in the movies? What a I am. But they didn't call me out on it either.
Well, they were being polite,
They were
Jimmy.
embarrassed for you.
I know. They're being nice. There's like a feeling in the room right now, silent revulsion.
Secretly, I'm very pleased.
Oh, it was hysterical because they were just like, "Oh no, this guy has no clue who we
Trying
are."
to figure out which one's Scully and which one's.
Yeah.
I don't.
I can see where the sexual tension comes from.
Yeah. Now, you know something. Speaking of that, I see in the trailer might be a little romance going on.
Oh yeah, it's been 6 years. You know what woman? You know, you keep knocking at that door for 6 years. Eventually, it's going to open.
Something's got to happen. Yeah. And how was that getting on set, being the character again?
Honestly, it was great. It was, you know, you don't want to do an imitation of yourself. It was nice to be able to, you know, have this guy 6 years later. And,
Did you do that? You would like kind of advanced yourself what you thought Mulder would be like with 6 years under his belt.
Exactly.
And what has the character been doing up?
Well, that's the thing. He hasn't been doing what he's supposed to be doing. So the movie kind of tracks him from being a guy who's not doing what he should be doing, which is being Mulder, to a guy, you know, finding his passion again for what he does. And it's kind of a nice arc that way.
Still got a penchant for pornography and all that stuff?
Me personally, or Mulder?
Well, both.
There's no porn in the movie.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but you know, if there's a sequel, we hope to take it to Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, Mulder liked his porno. That's all.
It was once written in one of the shows that, you know, because Mulder occasionally did watch the videos. Back then, they were videos. Before DVD, but it was written that Mulder was actually masturbating watching a video of Sasquatch. And we actually shot it, and you know, you can never put that on.
Of course not. Gag reel.
So the scene is actually just Mulder looking at a video of Sasquatch under the covers, kind of tucked up tight. But we actually seriously shot that because we thought maybe we'll be able to get that on. But no,
sure.
No. And then I was like, well, is Sasquatch male or female? I was like, is Mulder gay? I don't know. It's
wouldn't matter. It's just Sasquatch.
He likes
kind of turn
he
you
likes
on.
the hairy thing.
Yeah. Hey, Roland, you got a question? You're a fanboy.
Yeah, you love David.
Come on, give us a good question. Not a deep inside question. Something that the audience would...
I'm just excited that the X-Files are coming out today.
Yeah.
To go see it. Miss work. I would.
It's not a good question, though.
I don't know.
That's a question.
I don't know. I blanked out.
Hey, David, you can make his day. Could you just tickle him?
We're here.
No.
Like a side.
No, give him a... I'm
if you
serious.
just grab a... Listen to that.
You just made his week.
That is the worst laugh a man should have.
Do a lot of people tickle him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the laugh is...
my shame.
It's my shame?
Don't sound like...
Don't be ashamed. It's you're
God gave me feminine laugh.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all.
It's kind of fun to do, right?
I think it's nice. Yeah. I wish I could giggle like that and be tickled.
How about...
You wanna try
I wish I could laugh like Truman Capote on helium.
Yeah. Roland, it's your moment. One question.
One question. You got your Emmy at the Sane Asylum on the set of X-Files?
Golden Globe, yeah.
Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Globe.
All right, so now that you...
So that was a yes or no question.
Yeah, now that you said the wrong award. How was your Oscar? You're doing the X-Men.
You're just trying. You're the guy that thinks Carter and Spotnitz are Mulder and Scully.
I know I'm a dope, but it's just funny watching Roland, because Roland knows everything about you. How about an inside question? Something that none of us would think to ask, because Roland is a David expert.
Well, you put him on the spot. Maybe we'll come back to you.
Look at him sweating.
He's
I know.
He's sweating.
I blinked out.
What about how is Jillian hopping back into the character and everything?
Great. You know, and actually, I did 2 weeks before Jillian showed up working, and it was kind of awkward. And then finally, when Jillian and I started working together, it actually just all clicked in for both of us being Mulder and Scully. And, when we were doing the show, it was 9 years together, and it's no secret we kind of couldn't stand each other for periods of time. But, now that's all gone and forgotten, and when we get together, it's just we really appreciate one another. And, 9 years we spent together, and I just love her in a certain way,
Any inside quickly, sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
Any inside little jokes about like cell phones or things like that? Because you guys, your cell phones were hysterically funny back then.
When we first started, the cell phone was like a brick.
Yeah, huge
With an
brick,
antenna.
and it became a very funny.
Well, yeah, and that was a running joke, but the truth was, without the cell phone, both of us would have quit earlier, because the cell phone enabled us to have days off, because, we could talk.
Right, you're back and forth in different locations, right.
No, the cell phone's getting smaller. I don't know what else.
I would just think,
Go see this movie for the small cell phone.
For the small cell phone. No, I just think that there were so many little things that people paid attention to that with time passing by, you could actually look back and kind of goof on those things. In a way. Maybe I should have written a couple of things for the movie.
Well, you could have.
if only the creator was in, and not the.
You should have. You're asking the actor about the writing. You asked the creator.
I know.
What started your dislike? Like, how long were you together working together before one of you went like, oh?
It takes a couple years. I mean, you guys seem to get along, but there must be times when you can't stand each other. No.
Just Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes the weekends. Yeah.
It's just a matter of just working so hard together for so long that it's just become. I'm a very moody person, and if you were a saint working next to me, I would probably work up a pretty good hatred for you.
Really?
I'm sure it all came from me.
But you can just kind of sense it, and then all of a sudden you start dreading doing scenes together.
No, that's the weird thing. Is like whenever I remember there were a couple weeks where we weren't really speaking to one another, and then we do a scene, and it was great. And we'd speak to one another, and love on one another like we do with Mulder and Scully. And
do you watch those scenes and go like, God, we weren't even dealing with each other?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when or where it was, but it is amazing to me, and I guess we were both professional and still made it happen. But, at this point, I just really love and appreciate her. And I'm glad, that we're not in that kind of intense situation where everybody kind of loses their mind a little bit.
Well, there's a lot of excitement for the X-Files movie. We got Jose from Brooklyn. He's got a question for David. Jose.
David, how you doing?
I'm good, Jose. How are you?
Hey, listen, I gotta tell you, I wasn't a big fan of the X-Files, but I loved Californication. I thought you were awesome. And the funniest episode, I think, was the one with the squirter. How on earth did you get that chick to, make it seem like she was having a live orgasm like that?
Oh, well, that's we actually had a little hose. Honestly, we had a little hose cut out into the bed, so it was almost like a little like you do with insects, like that kind of, like a little nozzle, and it was coming up through the bed, and it was between her legs, and Evan Handler, who plays Charlie Runkle, is pleasuring her orally, and she ejaculates. We're
so.
That's worry about it.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
you used to be able to, but go ahead.
Dumb radio. Yeah. It's okay.
I mean, other things.
They'll hear it.
So the spray comes out as perfect the first time, hits Evan right in the face, and it's a great take. But you always go again just for safety or whatever. And after that, the hose just went crazy. And at one take, the two women come in the door and see this all happening. And one take, the door opens, and they got sprayed like 6 feet diagonally across.
Stop! You're spilling it.
Like footage from Mississippi in 1965.
Hey, what can you tell us about the second season?
There's none of that particular type of action, but there's a lot of other type of action, and as the character, as more becomes at stake for the characters, it's always funnier. And now that we've got some history to draw on between the relationships and the characters and what they want, it just gets deeper and funnier. And what I love about the character is he really wants to be with this one woman, and because, well, he gets together with them, but because it's so difficult that he just goes a little crazy. And I like the idea of playing this character who's kind of he's kind of sentimentally romantic on the one hand, and then can't say no on the other.
Yeah, banging everything in sight on the other.
Oh, you can say banging but not ejaculating?
Yeah.
I think.
For some reason.
Who knows?
It's all context.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I think we got to get him out of here, unfortunately. You're a busy man today, I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're all over the place today.
I could stay here all day.
Roland?
Sure.
Honestly, this is fun.
Well, I heard you're producing America Dreamers about the Reader Digest. When does that come out?
My wife is. Yeah. I don't know. It's in development, but are you interested in that?
Yeah, I read about it. It sounds pretty interesting. Very interesting.
Cool.
I heard you're going to be starring in The Hulk.
Didn't you say that last time?
Yeah.
Didn't you say that?
We had all wrong info last time.
Oh, my God, that's right.
Stupid IMDb.
Roland with this erroneous information.
Well, we do have to take a break. I mean, if you want to hang around for a few
I
more
don't know. We'll
minutes.
see what the schedule is, but
we understand. You probably have to go, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. You're just being nice.
But thanks for letting me come here and talk about the X-Files.
X-Files, today, right?
Right now.
That's it,
Roland
right
already
now,
saw
as
it?
we speak.
And loved it.
I'd say it's awesome.
Oh, you saw it already?
Yeah, don't go see Batman.
Wait, Roland's great. Roland's
I
great at
love
giving
Roland.
reviews.
Go to TMZ
Hold on.
and Google Christian Bale, see what he did. That's what I'm saying.
Roland,
Batman.
you're great at promoting movies. Why should we go see the X-Files? David, you're going to love this.
Okay.
It's because it's awesome. It's like the best movie out.
Wow. That wasn't David tickling him.
All right. A synopsis of the movie without blowing any spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm not. Go see it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I won't give anything out for the X-Files. I love the X-Files.
Yeah.
Right.
I love you, Roland.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
We're going to take a break. David, thank you so much.
you.
Always a pleasure. It's Opie and
next
Anthony.
time.
Stay there.
I'll come back for
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, this is Mike DiStefano. Please come and listen to me do my comedy show. Please. I'll be in Chicago at the Lakeshore Theater, July 25th and 26th. You can call them at 773-472-3492, 773-472-3492, and go to their website, lakeshoretheater.com.
Hey, that was a lot of fun. I want to thank David Duchovny for coming in. He's coming back for the second season of Californication, which I believe is the third week of September. A few people are asking about that. I want to thank Greg Giraldo for stopping by today. He's going to be playing the comedy show next Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey. Get your tickets now, people.
Get your lawn seats now. You coming to XM with us?
Sure.
You should.
Yeah.
Fun. We'll laugh, get to know each other.
What do we get? Laughs?
Yeah.
Have a few laughs.
And that David Duchovny story would have went through without any dumps.
With no problem.
Yeah. Got a little messy there in the dump room.
Yeah.
It's too bad because it was a very funny story. But, E-Rock, why are you holding your pancreas? You all right?
Why are you holding your stomach? Is there one part of it that's not full?
It feels odd. It's empty.
E-Rock, you all right?
There you go.
What happened? What happened?
Had a little rush. Had to run and take care of a movement.
What?
Wow.
What?
He's just the worst. Did you?
Oh, God, that could only have been a horror show.
Oh, horrendous.
Comes out with a Scream mask on. It's just
Feel better?
scary.
All right. What's the hold in your stomach?
Because it's gurgling.
Are you percolating?
Yeah, a little bit.
What'd you
Yeah.
eat? Iced tea.
You ate iced tea?
You ate iced tea?
That's all I've been
That's it.
having, and half a bagel. That was it.
And a bowl of poo.
Steve's thermos.
Hey, you guys want to finish up with this fiancé that was jilted and then...
Hey, she got screwed over. I mean, I normally wouldn't take that
Hey.
tact.
You taking her side
But I'm not completely.
is infuriating me.
But I know it's funny, but I'm actually not. But there's something to it that we don't know. Because you can't just...
No, there isn't.
This is going to set a precedent then.
Hell, you know
she
what?
was promised something.
That didn't happen.
And it didn't happen.
That's life.
It's called life.
Yes.
You can't then say, I want $100,000 because it didn't pan out.
But she's not saying that because she gave up the job. That's the only difference. It's not like she's saying...
Who cared? She gave up the job.
They weren't
That's
married.
the decision she made. She made a life decision. If every life decision I made that went down the crapper I was able to sue for, I would never have needed this radio job. I've been rich years ago. Forget about it. You make decisions in life. A lot of times, more times than not, they suck.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys want to hear the lawyer?
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that she was entitled to the money. Sick of effing lawyers, too.
Hey, the lawyer got her $150,000 from...
Gold in my ear was her lawyer? Her lawyer, Bella Abzug.
Got her 150 G's.
Yep.
Got her 150 G's and they weren't
Certainly
married.
did.
Here's the lawyer, what he has to say.
Lydia, I've never heard of a case like this where somebody can, accuse somebody of basically jilting them, right, and end up with this kind of an award because engagements, as I said, are broken all the time. So what convinced the jury that Rosemary deserved this settlement?
It's really not an unusual case. It's not unheard of, and there's this cause of action in states across the country. Here, we were, of course, concerned about it because Gainesville, Hall County is a very conservative area, very Republican. Juries are conservative and render conservative verdicts, and so we really debated quite extensively whether to bring the case, but we just felt so strongly that in this case, he had told her to quit her job in reliance on his promise. He came to her in Florida and moved her back into his house, took steps above and beyond the usual, will you marry me, let's plan a wedding, and then somebody backs out. Here, he caused her to do things in reliance on his promise. He knew he was having her do it, and really, we believe now that he never intended to follow through on the promise to marry.
Don't believe any of that. First of all, it's coming from a lawyer. You should see what they say. You should just see what they write down as fact. And you read it and go, what fantasy novel is this? And I'd like to hear his stupid lawyer's side of it, too.
It's only the fact that it's like she's saying that the jury said yes. So there must have been, like, he must have promised her other stuff. You know what I mean? It's like they didn't just say, well, he broke off the engagement. She gave up her job. And on his promise, he moved her in. And then, look, the jury said, look, you're liable for that. You can't just have somebody quit their job and uproot their life.
Yeah, but the problem is the flood. Sounds like Jimmy wants to open the floodgates of litigation.
Yes.
No, it's just,
you're on a slippery slope, my friend.
Slippery slope toward perdition.
I want to see how Jimmy spins the next piece of audio.
But I'm not even spinning it. That's just what my take on it.
All right,
You're spinning.
You're spinning.
Like the little Jimmy out in the outfield. You're spinning. Lately.
Do you think this is going to set a precedent?
I hope it sets a precedent.
Die! Evil bitch!
Shame!
Yes. Shame.
You hope.
Look, I mean, I know it's stupid, but why should that woman have given up her job and moved and uprooted everything if the guy had no intention?
But even if she
of
shouldn't have, why should it be legally enforceable? That's the point. Because then any single person, anytime you break off a relationship, a person could make the argument that they gave up a lot because they were expecting you to marry them. And then it means every single person has a potential lawsuit. Now, every broken marriage has a potential lawsuit. Every broken engagement or relationship has a potential lawsuit.
Or any promise. What about a promise from an employer, let's say, that says, all right, we'd like to hire you. You kind of relocate. And then massive cutbacks, or something happens. There was a scandal in the company. Now you got to move back. Do you sue the company? Is that what happens?
It's different.
Everyone
though.
gets sued. Why is that different? It was a promise that was made. Hey,
just as she moved, she gave up $100,000 a year job. It's like, I know, it's like, it's a lot of money to give up on this guy.
Then she's stupid. Her judgment is bad. Why give her $100,000? Because she's got crappy judgment.
He said he would help her pay off. It's almost, I know what you mean, like you can't sue for a personal infraction, but
So he's giving her money to pay off her debt anyway.
Yeah.
And because it's not enough, it's not good enough, he should pay her more money. This is such garbage. It's such enabling the feeble woman who can't take care of herself, who made a stupid decision, but blame it on the man because women are much too stupid to take responsibility for their own decisions. This is more demeaning to women than any glass ceiling, sexual harassment, or other bull that these lawyers that latch on to these women try to pull over on guys.
Let's get this clip out of the way. Get out of here. Something else is going to happen here that's going to, piss you off.
Do you think this is going to set a precedent?
I hope it sets a precedent with folks that when you contract or where you give your word to do something and you cause people to rely on it to their detriment, then you may be held accountable for any damages that you cause. I mean, that's really not a precedent. We've been living by that, forever.
All right.
It's important.
Rosemary, I know that you have the ring there in the box, so you held on to the engagement ring. Can we take
Does
a
it
look?
hurt?
Do you know how much that is worth?
Stand her.
Bravo, my friend.
You held on to the engagement ring. Can we take a look? Do you know how much that is worth?
No, I really don't. I'm sure it's worth a lot. I've heard different amounts, but...
Are you going to sell it?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. Means nothing now.
All right, well, Rosemary, thank you so much for joining us. Lydia as well.
Throw it away or
Thank
give
you.
it back if it's nothing.
If it means nothing now,
Yeah.
give it back to the guy at least.
Excuse me, she promised me jobs for the entire course of our engagement and then subsequent marriage. Please, I would like $100,000 worth of jobs, please.
I relied on it to my detriment. I stopped touching myself.
Exactly.
I've experienced severe buildup.
I'm sure there were promises she made to him that aren't going to be carried out.
You can't uproot somebody's life and not...
We're not listening anymore.
I will not listen to Jimmy's feeble argument.
The fact that anybody could believe that I would side with this pig. The fact that it started as a goof, like I figured I'd play devil's advocate, nobody would buy it, and then all of a sudden I watched you get annoyed, and it was like, oh, this is wonderful.
I love Jimmy Norton.
This woman should not only get no money, she should have an axe buried in her chest. How could you think I would side with this pig?
This is how unpredictable Jim Norton is.
She's awful, and that lawyer is awful.
You know what, though? In a weird way, she does have a point.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
It should be a fake cone under her shirt because one is missing. That should be the point she has. This blight on society.
Did you just say a blight?
Blight.
Society?
No, blight. Boss would say blight because he likes Danner, that woman.
We got to get out of here.
I hate this woman. I don't want anybody thinking I sided with her. That new company thinks I'm a liberal fruit. I was kidding if he's listening.
Greg Giraldo, thank you.
Thank you, man.
We're going to see you a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
And in 10 minutes.
You're going to have a really good time. Yeah, we're going to continue on XM with Greg. PNC Bank Art Center next Saturday. Get your tickets now, okay?
I hate that woman.
I know.
I had to get this out. I've been lying for an hour.
Thank you, Jimmy.
She get nothing.
Of course.
A fist right in her ribs. There you go. And I'll give the ring back, pig.
At least give the ring back. Exactly.
She should get nothing and give the ring back.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll be overturned.
Yeah, I hope so.
She'll be
Feel
forced
that.
Forced to copulate with a donkey.
Fantastic. Oh, did you have me on? Had us all. You were stone faced though. A couple times I saw you smile, but I thought it was better. I would.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Oh, it's brown. Oh, it's brown. Smell.
Oh, yeah! This is where entertainment is going.
Wow. So you've been stabbed once and shot twice.
No, I've been stabbed twice. Shot twice.
Who's the common denominator in all these problems?
Opie and Anthony.
You have to lick a swath of the icing off so that bag shows through where icing was.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Here we are, XM Satellite Radio.
In the airport.
By the way, we got a big crowd outside. Yeah, you can clap.
Oh, yeah.
We like that. It gives us energy, especially on a Friday. A live studio audience, yes. Greg Giraldo made the walk over to XM. And as we got closer to XM, we see a little Asian fella outside the studio just sitting there, looking a bit confused, waiting for us.
I'm not that little.
Because I think you need some answers, huh, Bobby Lee?
Yeah, well, yesterday you guys were deceiving me, man. There's some deception and some trickery, and
but you're still not sure that we were deceiving you.
No, dude, I was freaking out.
I know you're the star of a really good YouTube video right now. Sam's filmed the whole thing.
So
and
what
it's up
was
there
it
right
like
now.
at first? Like, when did that start happening?
And were you freaked out for the rest of the day because you ran out of here?
I couldn't sleep last night.
You
and
ran
then I
out
got
of here.
angry at you guys. I'm like,
oh no,
we were starting.
Not you, Jim.
We were thinking. we were thinking about letting you in on the whole thing, and all of a sudden, like you were in an elevator and gone. So we're like, oh well, sucks to be him.
Let me let you in on something.
You would think if we were good guys, we would have tried to get a hold of you and
well,
let
that's
you
why
off the
I came
hook.
by to apologize for leaving. It was weird.
No, when you're mad at the show,
yes,
you're really. I'll let you in on something. You're really just mad at Opie.
No,
see that's how it works.
I got my fans. Not everyone hates me.
No, I'm just saying when the guest is mad because something is happening, it's usually perpetrated by Opie.
The funny part too is that Jimmy has the same reaction every time. In the video, you're just kind of covering your face and just hoping it goes away. We all react differently.
I'm a codependent slob.
Yeah. Here's the video. What is it under? I want to send people to YouTube, not Foundry, because, you know.
Stop it, send to Foundry.
I'm sure it's on opieandanthony.com as well. But,
Yeah.
Sam, what's the search on YouTube? We like when we have hot YouTube videos.
Oh, good. It's already watermarked.
Yeah, of
course it is. If you search,
I am little.
Bobby Lee has a panic attack.
Yeah.
You should be able to get it. The username is eRock Fan.
Yeah, okay. There's Bobby. He's trying to tell us that the console's moving, and we're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Dude, I saw the look. He's jumping up and down. He just needs to leave the studio." And look at Jimmy's. There's gonna be a shot of Jimmy where Jimmy's just trying to cover his face. He doesn't want to be part of this nonsense.
I'm too busy looking at the pronounced Foundry logo while Opie and Anthony is buried at the top.
Of
in cursive.
course.
Do I look coked out?
Were you?
No.
People want to know if you were on something yesterday.
No.
We have a lot of questions for you as well.
No, I told you I'm sober.
Yeah.
All right.
You sure looked it yesterday. And then we're trying to tell you that the studio's shaking, and then the TVs went off, and then it got dark.
The lights
in
got
here,
dark, and then the crane. The crane is going to fall.
Look at Jimmy. He's trying to ignore what's happening around him, and he's just checking email on his iPhone.
Yeah, it was a little off.
Oh my God.
So you can check out the video.
Yeah.
So what happened after you left the show and ran out of here?
I went and ate, and then I slept for 6 hours. And then I woke up, I'm like, I'm never going to go back on that show. I think there was some trickery going on.
Trickery.
And then what happened was then I went to Caroline's, and then the place was packed, and then I realized that you guys had helped me do that. So I just decided to come back and apologize.
Oh, you
Not so much trickery. Trickery sounds mean-spirited. They were shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans.
Shenanigans are being played on you.
Yes.
That's more fun-spirited, I think.
Yeah.
And Bobby,
I almost died.
And Bobby,
thank you.
Okay, then it might be trickery.
My chest hurt so bad, and then I started getting paranoid, and I must internally collapse.
Wow.
So, is that shenanigans?
No, now it's trickery.
It's trickery, right?
It's almost an unintentional homicide.
I do appreciate that Bobby realizes that he does need to apologize.
Yeah, I apologize to Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
You could have died and made it a real classic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hear some of your audio from yesterday? We cut up a few highlights. We got to walk the people through this because the video is hot right now, and I want to get to the rabbit thing, but let's start with.
What was that though? Did you plan that?
I'm not saying shit right now, my friend.
No, my friend. When rabbits appear in panic attacks, it's not good.
Nah, that's really bad.
I know you ran out of the studio trying to find the rabbit, and you never found the rabbit.
Found him, no.
And that really freaked you out
and then
too,
people
right?
started leaving. What was that all about?
He needs answers.
It really got weird.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
why don't
right.
we walk through the people? Let's walk through everybody while Bobby's here, and he could give us some more info on the whole thing. This all started because I looked over to Bobby Lee while we were discussing something else, and I noticed you were like freaking out, and you were in the middle of a panic attack. Like your face went beet red, and you were sweating profusely, and you were getting up. And I'm like, wow, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
And then we decided, well, we have to kind of go with this thing.
What?
It started with this. Bobby suddenly freaks out.
You did?
No, because I saw him on Kimmel. That's why.
You best not fuck.
Bobby, where you
with
going?
He's turning. You all right?
Yeah.
Where you going? Where you
I
going?
just started having a panic attack, man.
Why?
No, I started breathing. I started sweating. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Why are you
What's wrong with
panicking?
you?
I had a breathing thing.
So we'll fucking
One of
deal with it.
Xanax or
I had
something?
weird
Wrong.
breathing things
No, I just
too.
started getting like I was like.
He's
this
sweating.
walls
He
coming
turned
in.
red.
They're
and
not coming in. They're
Oh,
fine.
they're not all right.
No,
He was
no.
freaking out because we weren't talking about him.
No, that's not what it was, man. The whole thing, Dane cooked thing, and then all of a sudden I don't know what was going on. And then
You want a
I started breathing
Vicodin?
problems.
Oh,
No, he's
jeez.
sober.
Dude, he's sweating really bad, and he
Kidding.
turned. Your color came back. You were a different color. You were red.
I was pink, and now I'm yellow again.
So
that bombed.
No,
I just sat there.
that's the warm up. That's when we noticed. All right, we might be able to fuck with this guy. We don't know him, so what the hell? Let's go with this. And then we really wanted to take advantage of the fact you might have been having a panic attack. Bobby, you know what's really weird about this studio? There's
What?
a fucking 40-story crane right outside this building, and man, if one of those brackets goes,
did you hear that happen?
this goes right through the fucking
That happened to
studio.
Israel the other day.
Yeah.
And it was by
look at
terrorists.
Anthony's window. I'm not kidding.
Terrorists did it.
You got to see this, Bobby. It freaks us out every day. Look at this thing. And
That's not good.
yeah, those things.
I gotta go.
Those
wrong with
things
you?
fall down all the
No,
time.
honestly, I'm something weird's going on.
Is
So
it?
Caroline's.
Caroline.
I'm playing Caroline's.
We're almost done.
This is not working.
No, it's
No,
not.
no,
We can hear you.
it's just your headphones. Your headphones aren't working.
He's right. The mic's not working. Mars, could you fix his mic? It's not working.
No, I can't hear nothing.
Are we still on?
We
Are we on the air? What's going on?
We're off.
we haven't been on the air in 15 minutes.
Oh, we haven't?
No.
Oh.
You could leave. You didn't know what was going on. We're back live here.
No, dude. Yeah, I'm kind of mad again now. It's weird how it came back.
But we sold tickets, so calm down.
Yeah.
And we're gonna sell more. For
Yeah.
So, I just need to ask some questions.
Well, wait. We got another clip. Because then you were convinced that this console was moving up and down.
Which what it was.
You sure?
I'm positive, dude.
You're positive
or I'm
now?
going out of my mind.
Was it or
Please
was it
tell
not?
me-
Was
please
it or
tell
was it
me
not?
that this table moves up and down.
Was it or was it not?
I think it was, man.
All right, here's the clip from yesterday.
I gotta get out of here, man.
Where are you going?
What's wrong?
Something weird is happening. I think I'm tired or something.
What are you talking about?
Tired?
No, I didn't sleep well last night. I had like 2 hours of sleep, and I'm literally like, my whole thing is like,
What, your EQ?
did this thing move?
Are you all right, dude? Are you flipping out?
No, I'm flipping out.
Are you flipping out?
I gotta get out of here.
What's wrong
Dude,
with you?
I'm losing my mind,
Sit
man.
down.
Why?
Yeah,
Sit
I'm
down.
sweating, man.
Dude,
20,000 pounds.
There is something going on here.
20,000
Sit.
pounds
First of all,
on
this-
that
all right, first of all,
console.
I just want to say, I know we're probably off the air. That's fine.
No,
we're
we're
not.
on there.
We're on the air.
Yeah, we
still
told
got
you
to
that.
do
All right,
today.
first of all, let me just say this. The mic is not working.
No,
I can't hear
we
myself.
can hear you.
And then my whole level of I feel like something's shaking or something's going on.
No, there's something did shake in the studio. But that was a while ago.
I have to piss.
Is everything cool?
Yeah, look.
Do they have headphones?
I do. I feel like I just saw it.
So,
You're
Get out of
right.
here.
You're freaking me out.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby Lee's leaving the studio.
Bobby, relax.
Is the table moving?
No,
How
sit down.
Is the table moving?
Look at the
a
side.
half ton. How can we
Even
move this
the floor
fucking
or something's
thing?
moving.
Hey, dude, just sit down, relax. You're
Please sit
freaking me
down.
out.
We're back live.
Yeah.
So that's you convinced
So-
that this console was moving.
Yeah. You know what it is that what it is that either A, I'm just going crazy,
Yeah.
or B, there's some deception going on.
Right.
And I can't. You're doing it now. You are doing it now, and I'm not crazy. I slept for like 8 hours last night. So this thing moves, yes. Okay. Oh, that's funny, people. That's really funny. Yeah, I didn't sleep last night. Yeah.
As Bobby Lee's trying to explain, this whole thing, it moves this console up, yes.
All right, so this was moving, and it was deception. So,
yeah,
all right.
and maybe we should.
I think we're even. We're even.
Maybe we should have told you yesterday so you could have got a good night's sleep. and not wonder for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And wait, Travis, Danny just came in and said, Travis, I thought Bob was almost wrecking the bit. How, Travis? I don't remember that.
Well, he explained it to me in my headphones. He said that at one point, Bob Kelly had taken the cap off of a permanent marker and it made a sound with it, and he went, dude, what's that? What's that sound?
Oh.
Do you smell something? What is that?
Oh, God.
And then apparently you just gave him a look like, dude,
You
what are you doing?
asshole. That's the look.
Bob's got some great improv skills.
Bobby's having a panic attack. That's 6. Fucking moron. Who did that once? Your stepfather before he knocked you in the fucking teeth? Fucking asshole. Bob was here so I could spit on him. Damn it, what's that? A fat idiot with a marker.
There's 2 more clips I want to play. Then all of a sudden everyone started leaving the building, and that really freaked out Bobby.
Oh wow!
Yeah. All right, that's it. This is moving now. I just saw it. Listen.
Oh my God, he's listening to
and
mine.
you know what? That's messed up because listen.
How could this thing move? Look how big this thing is, Bobby.
It's either that or I'm going crazy, dude, and I need to go and take a nap.
What are you seeing, really? Seriously.
I'm seeing either the floor is moving up,
right,
or this is moving, or I'm like literally like. I'm, like
Bobby,
I
you
don't
see
even
how
belong
much
in New York or something.
You see how big this table is and all this equipment? How is all this going to move? Seriously.
Why is everybody leaving the building?
See,
Why is all the offices empty now?
all right, dude, I gotta get out of here, dude.
What are they all in front of the?
What's going on? Honestly, thank you so much for having me.
Where you
on.
going? Bobby.
No, I gotta get out of here, man.
For what?
No, there's something going on here. Like,
what? Where are they going?
No,
Dude, why is everyone leaving?
See, that's the thing.
Oh,
People are
crap.
leaving. I gotta leave. When people leave, I leave.
When people leave, I leave.
Why do you think everyone was leaving? We're back live here.
No, I think you guys were like, it was like either pre-planned. I don't know. You know what, dude? It's like, I'm kind of like.
We don't pre-plan anything. So
it was just on the improvised.
Yeah, we're
yes, improvisation.
I love that you have that policy, Bobby. You got a whole system. When people leave, I leave.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of rules I live by.
That's one of them.
But you know what I mean? Because it's like, why? I was like, why is it getting dark? Why is there a rabbit? I mean, when those signs come up in my life,
all the TVs went off.
I need to get out of that situation.
And then Bob Kelly's trickery.
Yeah.
Dude, what is that? You fucking fuck. That's my ex-friend.
What a douchebag. I didn't even know he did that.
Oh, it was fucking embarrassing. All right, why don't you just make the noise and fucking teasing a kitten? Dude, look. You smell something? Yeah, shit. And it's your bit.
All right, one more clip, and then we're going to move on. And then, of course, the bunny appeared.
What a weenie. That's really racist.
And at this point, Bobby couldn't handle it anymore. He had to get the fuck out of this studio. This is when the bunny appeared. Bobby, why are you covering your eyes? Are you okay? What the fuck is that?
My God.
What's what?
There's a bunny rabbit.
Where?
There's a bunny.
Where's there a bunny rabbit?
I know this is like, you guys are playing tricks on me, man.
Where is there a
How
bunny
can
rabbit?
we be playing tricks on you, Bobby? We're not that type of broadcast.
What are you talking about? You smell that?
That's the
Do you
bit.
smell?
That was the bit.
Where?
There's a bunny rabbit right there.
Where?
Robert, there's a bunny rabbit to
I
the
can't see a fucking bunny rabbit, Bobby. You fucking with me now? You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me.
Dude, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I know what's going on now. And that's good that you did that.
All right, show us the
Where
bunny
is there a
rabbit.
bunny rabbit?
Show us the bunny rabbit.
Show me the bunny rabbit. I'm with you.
Yeah, show us.
Show me the bunny rabbit.
Show us. Out there somewhere?
All right, I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I gotta get out of here.
Come on, Bobby.
Bobby.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Baby, wait.
All right.
May I come back tomorrow?
All right.
Bobby.
All right, there goes Bobby Lee. And he's looking for the bunny rabbit. Let's do line of the day. And that's it? Okay. And what Bobby decided was, all right, I gotta see if that bunny rabbit is real or not. So he ran out of the studio to try to find the bunny, and the bunny was gone.
It was a
and that's what
full-size
really
bunny.
freaked you out, because you couldn't find it, and then you're like, you know what, I got to get the fuck out of this building.
Yeah.
And then we never told you what was going on.
Yeah.
And we left you hanging
And
for
how did you
24
feel,
hours.
though?
We were in hysterics after that.
There was no guilt, though?
None.
Yeah, no guilt.
None.
Not even a shred.
Not a shred.
Guilt doesn't reside here.
Yeah.
It's the oddest thing. There's no guilt in this room.
Yeah.
If you have guilt, you just put it down. It's like a bag of fucking bricks.
You didn't even feel guilty about saying bunny rabbit that many times in that short a period of time?
As opposed to
Bunny rabbit? Look at that. Yeah. Look, when are people going to start just saying rabbit or
Yeah.
bunny?
Well, we felt like we should tell you something, but you left so quickly, and then, you know.
Well, no,
who
dude,
has the time
what I
to-
just noticed, though, is I left like 9 times.
Yeah.
You
didn't know
So
that?
No, within the 9 times, you could have said, we're kidding. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm very happy.
You have
Thank you
to
for having me on the
realize,
show.
It's very rare that you get, like, because you don't plan those moments. It's very rare that you have somebody who's just in a very sleep-deprived state who will believe that there's a 6-foot bunny rabbit walking. That's true. I just said it. We have to go with that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of do.
You're
right.
Uh-oh.
You're right.
Uh-oh. Dude. I'm taking the cap off my pen, folks. What's that?
So you
Bob's
guys,
a master of deception.
dude, what is it, dude?
You know what, dude? The guy's having a panic. Shut up.
So you have a guy in
I
a
got a
bunny suit?
camera. I'm gonna steal your soul, dude. Shut up.
But you know what I did see is not the white bunny, but I saw another guy in a pink bunny suit getting changed to do his trickery.
You saw this?
Yes.
Wow.
Like around the corner or something. I'm like, this
All
is
right.
ongoing.
Now we can be honest with you and tell you that never happened.
We only had one bunny.
We only have one bunny suit. What do
Oh,
does it look
right.
like?
All right, cool.
The Shining?
I'm not even
No,
kidding.
all right, that's
There
fine.
was somebody blowing it while Shelley Duvall ran by.
So, Bobby Lee came back today. The video's up on YouTube. Bobby Lee, what does it say?
Bobby Lee
Has a panic attack on the Opie and Anthony show. That's what it's labeled as far as the
It
YouTube version
makes me
goes.
look like a crazy person, guys.
People are saying that
A little.
people
Yeah.
are loving the video. And you're going to be at Caroline's tonight and tomorrow night?
Plugging it. Yes, please.
212-757-4100.
Wait,
the very
tonight through
funny
Sunday?
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, till Sunday.
Oh, you
Come
got
watch
Sunday
Bobby
too.
have a panic attack at Caroline's.
No, I'm fine.
Everybody should wear rabbit ears.
Little bunny tails, rabbit ears, sure.
What was Birbiglia doing in there at one point? He was like wrestling you away from the door or something?
Yeah,
Like
he started blocking me.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to I can go through you?
It got physical.
But Bigley is a psychopath. He had a real problem with Bobby because Bobby came in and we haven't seen each other. He hugged Robert. He hugged me. And then he gave just Mike a handshake, and Mike didn't want to. But Mike was almost in hug mode, like it's hug time.
Yeah.
And Mike was just very aggressive with Bobby the whole time. It was funny to see that uglier side of Mike, which I like.
Yeah, we love the other side of
Yeah,
Mike.
he
that's
got
coming
up.
out.
Mike got up, and after seeing him hug 2 people, got up to give him the hug, and you saw his arm go out.
Yeah.
And then Bobby's just like,
Because
did you just like shake his hand?
Because the reason is because I'm like, after I hugged Jim, I'm like, you know what? If I hug more people, then I have to do everybody.
Right.
So I just ended it with Mike.
Well, the reason Mike was mad at you is because he's normally the guy with the stubbiest limbs in a room. So he didn't.
I know he hates you and Todd Lynn.
You and Vern Troyer are on his shit list.
Oh yeah, he was fucking not happy at all. Mike was not a fucking pleased individual.
Mike's got some fucking issues,
Yeah,
man.
he does. He
Yeah.
wasn't fucking having it yesterday.
Deep-seated.
Folded his little arms.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yes.
we got a hater on instant feedback.
All right.
He's like, why don't you guys just replay yesterday's show?
All right.
Why don't you guys just replay yesterday's show?
Thank you, Kenny.
We're getting Bobby
Take
Lee's
it easy.
reaction now, you dope. It's a completely different show
you, Kenny.
than yesterday.
Then,
even though we're playing some of the
take it
clips from
easy.
yesterday.
Thanks, Kenny.
I got an idea.
Thanks, buddy.
I got an idea.
Yes.
We got a lot of haters out there, right? They're just hating all the time. I want the hater fighters to label these fuckers with bloody tampons
What? How do you do that?
on message boards and stuff. Label the true haters with bloody tampons, and then they'll get the hint to go away.
What, on their names?
Whatever, yeah. Or just start posting bloody tampons right after one of these dumb hating posts.
Oh, I got you.
Quoted for tampons.
Quoted for tampon. Yeah.
Time to get rid of the stupid haters.
You've been tampon doomed.
Yeah.
And we have to acknowledge, by the way, we have a great studio audience. Who I think we should bring them in.
I think perhaps, like other Fridays, we should bring them here into the studio.
That might freak out Bobby Lee, though.
No, Bobby's
an audience.
fine.
He lives in front of an audience.
Guys in front of a crowd.
I know what people are. It's fine.
Bobby fucking lives in front of an audience.
Well, is it Bobby? Are you going to be all right with like people close to you?
Yeah, because I got to go anyway.
You're not going anywhere.
No, because I came here to apologize. I got to do another thing.
What thing?
What thing?
I don't know. Greg has it all set up.
Let's find out from Greg. Let's just ask Greg.
Very handsome, very tan Greg Charles.
This woman came to see you, Miss Tits McGillicuddy.
Holy shit. Did you call her Tits McGillicuddy?
Tits McGillicuddy.
Tits McGillicuddy.
Those are lovely.
She's fighting Tits McGillicuddy. She'll rip you apart, Rock.
Bobby, you're
knock you tomorrow, Rock. Got a Batman voice.
Bobby, we're selling tickets for you, so you stay right here.
Well,
where does he have to go,
Greg
Gross? Hold on a minute. Hold on. What?
Am I on?
Yeah.
You have a little while, right? You have a few minutes.
Yeah, I have a few minutes. I'm just saying that I can't.
Where do you have them booked?
We got to go down to Hot 97 again.
All
No,
right.
I'm kidding. We're not going Hot 97.
Where you going?
He's going to take a little nap, and then we have to go to another satellite.
You can
radio
say it's
station.
serious.
Serious. Oh, that's right. We can say it's
Oh,
serious.
yeah, we're all one big
It's
happy family.
one big happy family.
Did we merge yet or no?
No.
Yes, the merger went through, but one more thing with the no has to yes up with the thing.
So it hasn't gone through yet, though. Almost.
I have no idea.
All right,
Almost.
All right, we got Bobby. We're going to start today's festivities. I got in front of me a water bug.
Dude, we have roaches here. It's fucking annoying. I don't want it near me.
This fucking place is disgusting. The food. If you go around that side there and make the left where the refrigerator is, they scurry. They scurry like the fucking pieces of shit they are. And I mean the interns. And then the cockroaches are even worse.
What do you want roaches to do? Hang out and wait for a fucking... no one's going to go...
A shoe. Wait for a big shoe.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's a big one,
The
too.
first of many.
Holy fuck, get that out of here. What are you, crazy? Dude, it's in the machine now. What the fuck, are you nuts?
I don't want the roach on me.
Oh! I'm done. Get my truck. I'm out of here.
Dude, why didn't you fucking...
Dude, are you crazy?
Throw it on the audience.
You're not going to find it now. It's...
Well, step on it. You guys are fucking talking to it. Kill the fucking thing. God almighty. We're all reacting like Steve C. looking at a pussy. Jesus.
All right, listen.
Do you got it?
You got it, because I want to fuck it.
Those are fucking disgusting. You better have smashed that thing. Smash it. Smash it. Kill it.
No, keep it away from Poe, because he's afraid of them.
All right.
Kill it. Danny's a ball. Wow, nice move, Dan.
Here, show it to Poe. I want to see
There you
Poe
go.
freak out.
Where's Poe?
Poe, come here. Poe!
What's up? Hey, Dan, how about you show him away from my chair? By my fucking food prep area here. I have a sandwich.
No, keep him away.
Why, he's a roach.
Keep him away. No, keep him away.
Poe really is scared of cockroaches? Well, he is Puerto Rican.
I know. They're like fucking... I'm sure he tried to name it already.
Yeah. All right, Poe, get over there.
Come on, Poe. You're a fucking martial artist.
Dude,
you
that's
protect us.
That's a big...
Did you just give it breathing holes?
That's very courteous, Dan.
There's enough air in that cup for a year for that fucking little thing.
Fucking Raid doesn't kill them. You already gonna pass out.
Just, why don't you bring it some milk?
Yeah, they eat shit, Dan.
Give it a little treat.
This is the first. This is the first of many that are going to be caught. But let Poe take a look at the cockroach.
Why do you want me to look at him? He's underneath the cup.
He's
safe.
It's going to run.
We want to see who would win, Master Poe or a cockroach.
He won. Hands down.
All right, reveal the cockroach. Poe.
No, I'm going to kill it, though.
All right, then you kill it.
Let's see.
Wait, to reveal it, though.
Fight it, Poe. Fight it. Fight the cockroach.
You want me to fight the pop?
Wait, give the cockroach a running start. It was on his back when we recaptured it.
Wait, Poe, you have to take the thing off. Hold on.
No, Danny will take it off to make sure it starts running. I want to give this thing a
But it's
chance.
gonna run away from him.
No,
Dude,
it's not.
I'm going to
No,
kill
it's
it.
not.
I'm just going to kill it.
No, just
what are we doing?
Give me a stick. Get me my stick. Where's my stick?
All right, ready?
Where's my stick? No, hold on. Give me my stick. My stick. I need my stick.
Danny, is it going to run when you...
Dude, I can kill it.
It wants to leave that cup immediately.
Okay, here we go.
Without the broom.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on.
Poe versus a cockroach.
Hold on. No, I have to get my weapon.
You don't need a weapon. What are you gonna? Oh, you gotta get near. He's gonna run.
All right, here we go. Danny's gonna.
1, 2, 3.
Oh damn! Fucking damn! You've been pulled.
Wow. You used every muscle in your leg to do that.
Puerto Rican accuracy.
I'm used to it. A lot of practice.
I love how you strutted around like you just kicked the shit out of something a trillionth your size.
You think that was fucking Randy Couture on the floor?
You went down, bitch.
That's right. I'm not even looking at his eyes anymore.
You can't be more dead than that cockroach is right now.
Not at all.
That
He's
was
gone.
a direct hit. So,
oh boy.
Well, we've been talking about the cockroaches. See, Bobby, we told you cockroaches in the drop ceiling yesterday. You thought we were bullshitting, but
no,
that's the one thing that is true. There are a lot of cockroaches in this building now.
And he was fast.
Or in this area. Well, this is what we want to do. We want to do cockroach wars with the interns.
Cockroach wars?
Yeah, we want them.
How's that work?
We want them to set up traps this weekend and see who could,
like a hunt.
Yeah, see who could.
We want cockroach hunting.
See who could capture the most cockroaches between now and Monday.
Cream Pie Jones said he would eat a cockroach.
Well, there it is on the floor.
Right there.
Lick it up, motherfucker.
No, don't, dude. That's not
Cream
good.
pie. Cream.
It's sanitary, right?
That's a fucking roach.
Roach.
Fucking roach. Cream pie, Cream pie, get on all fours.
Get out of the way, Sam. Get out of the way, Sam.
I want the audience. Cream pie. Cream pie.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Cream pie. Cream pie.
All right, he has picked up the cockroach. Oh. He's showing it around.
You gotta be kidding.
He's opening his mouth. He's teasing the audience.
Oh, God damn.
Shit.
Oh, fuck, he ate a cockroach spitting on the floor.
Dry heaving.
Oh, dude, you are worse than Asians. Man, he ate something that touched a Puerto Rican.
Post dry heaving over here. All right, very, very good. Cream Pie Jones, yes.
That was really unbelievable.
Good job. Don't ever speak to me again.
So we're going to do cockroach wars.
That was a hell of a closer.
Are people working on their trapping devices? What do we got so far?
I don't like cockroach wars. It sounds like you want fighting cockroaches.
All right, what do you want to call it?
Like some kind of hunt thing.
Cockroach hunt?
Cockroach hunt.
Okay.
Whack-a-roach. So far, Cream Pie Jones and Hip Hop Ron have both gotten strongly behind this this thing, and they're both competing with each other now.
Oh, really?
I feel like you guys have moved past the dude eating a fucking giant cockroach pretty quick. Anyway, so now what do we do now?
You know what? We are so desensitized at this point. We talk about it from time to
My
time.
stomach is so fucking
That's
naughty.
why we like guys in here that aren't as desensitized. We've seen it all at this point.
He wore...
Cream Pie Jones actually wore a shit hat.
Yeah.
I took a dump at CBS.
Yeah.
It was a pile of nastiness, and he fucking put his hands in the toilet, and he put it was called a duty hat. He made a duty hat.
He made a duty.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Big boy made a duty.
This
Big boy made a duty. That's
was
right.
on two separate occasions, though. There was one occasion of the duty hat, and then there was another occasion of him just lifting up what looked like a pulled pork sandwich out of the toilet bowl, and then waved goodbye to it and put it back and flushed it away.
Bye-bye, and he had to say, bye-bye, duty.
We got to show him that video. We had it, right?
That's Big Boy. Big Boy makes a
my
duty.
God.
We were extremely disappointed that this didn't take the internet by storm, by the way, Greg.
Yeah, how could it not?
I think we had 112 people view this
There's
video.
a guy wearing a shit hat and that didn't get any views. Right. What do you got to do to get anybody's attention?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I want to talk about the cockroaches as he finds that video. Now, how many cockroaches have we really seen?
Yes.
Well,
so fucking many back there.
Have you seen them, man?
Yes.
I'm hearing just rumors. I haven't seen them.
No, there have been sightings. Like people who have come here and have seen them right, like where the news studio comes in, right where the audience is. There's at least 2 seen there. When they were cleaning the back sink, like the first clean that happened at the beginning of the week, they found 6 in one shot. Like 6 just started running around.
Do we know where they might be hiding?
In the sink, the back sink.
The front. There's 2 fridges. There's the front fridge and then the rear fridge in the Ron and Fez office. The front fridge, if anybody has anything in there, just forget about it. Don't put anything in that fridge. I've opened that fridge and seen roaches running inside of the fridge.
They creep up on you.
How the fuck they get in there?
I don't know, but the roaches live in the ice in that fridge. Like the ice maker has ice and roaches in it, and the roaches are moving around.
They're fucking dinosaurs.
Right now?
I don't know if they're there now, but
Someone go look. I really want to find, because they say if you see a couple, that means there's hundreds.
That means there's
possibly
a million.
thousands.
We found
All
at
right,
least.
where are they then? There's got to be a place where they're
They
really
hide in the
hiding.
walls.
We found at least a dozen here this week.
This week alone.
Yeah.
And how are we going to capture these things? Get some glue traps.
Okay.
Glue traps.
Glue traps for roaches?
Yeah.
That'll work?
Absolutely. Restaurants do that.
Yeah.
You lay them out because when it gets dark, they come running around, trying to find
And then
food.
they go, whoa!
And they get stuck. Yeah, because we got to have proof.
Yeah.
Jim, how can you eat after that?
I could eat. There's nothing I can't eat. Dude,
how about this? We all get a glue trap. It's just a piece of paper with really heavy glue on it, and we all write our names on each one, and then we see which one gets the most cockroaches.
Who gets
between
best
now and
placement, though?
Yeah.
Everybody
Right.
picks their own place.
Yeah, but everyone's going to pick by the fridge. I want,
it's not by the
I want
fridge.
under the fridge.
I got under the fridge.
I get the spot near Iraq's mouth.
I say bait. Everybody has to choose their own bait style.
There's a shitting rhinoceros caught in yours.
They're not going to get away from a glue trap. I'm telling you. At least we'll have.
Poor Iraq. Any chance to rag on Iraq?
Let's get some.
Fuck.
So why don't we get those glue things and we'll start there.
Yeah.
All right.
Jimmy.
I love it.
Did they check behind the refrigerator?
I don't know. That's a good idea. We're
Oh
gonna go
man,
do
if
that
you
right
pull
now.
if you pull that fridge out, it's just going to
All
look
right, Sam, why
like
don't you do that? Get a mic though.
Mr. Pratt's apartment from fucking
Hip hop, is that on?
Creep Show.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
Fucking Creep Show.
All right, they're going to the back fridge.
What's the matter, Mr. Pratt? Bugs got your tongue?
Wait, what?
Oh, there it is.
They found one?
Yeah, cream pie found one.
Oh, look at this.
She's ahead.
Yeah, Pat, the ice maker. I just checked the ice maker.
They're checking around the.
What?
Whoa. Yeah.
That's why I love the show.
Full volume, thank you.
Oh, shit.
Fucking sad.
Mr. Pratt! Mr. Pratt!
You got it?
Oh,
Sam, what do we got?
Pat Duffy's got one.
Pat's picking him up with his hands.
How many?
There's one baby one.
seven.
They're all over.
Dude, it's infested.
I swear to God, it is infested. We just moved a file cabinet. They found one. Then they moved a garbage can. They started yelling because there was 3 behind a garbage can. They're all over.
When you have that many roaches with this much daylight activity,
Yeah.
you got a fucking problem.
This place is fucking infested.
Duffy has 2 baby ones.
2 babies.
Good stuff.
Just smashing the place apart.
I love that 1 minute you're deconstructing the subtleties of the legal system, and the next minute there's people licking the back of the fridge for roaches.
Yes, a multifaceted program we have
right
here.
What?
There's 2 little ones right
You got
here.
2 little ones?
Yeah.
What do you tend to do to them?
I could snort them.
What are they, babies?
Yeah, they're little guys.
Would you do that?
Sure.
Wait,
yeah.
and now
Oh,
Cream
yeah, I
Pie's
wanna
coming in
see
with
that.
more.
Oh, Cream Pie's stealing my thunder again.
What do you got, Cream Pie?
Just one.
Just one.
One little guy?
He ate one.
He did eat one. Ugh. Fucking things disgust me.
I think we're about to take out the microwave that's over there to see what's behind it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's going to be
All right,
an
go back
ugly
there with the
scene.
mics.
Okay.
Go ahead, move the microwave. This is so
I
bad.
would love to see this place at night.
All right.
So fucking.
Poe is moving the microwave with a broomstick. Somebody grab the microwave.
Grab it's gonna fall. Grab it's gonna fall.
Shut up.
Grab it's gonna fall.
All right.
Well, he's willing to snort the roaches, huh?
Mm.
You guys are desensitized.
Jesus, what happened?
Poe's a real man with this broom.
Nothing.
Well, they're scared now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
More people over there. That will get them out.
There's nothing behind the microwave, but right on top of the microwave is all old condiments that have been there. So that's what's being checked out right now.
Oh.
Who puts food in there?
Oh.
What?
Who puts food in there?
I don't know who put it in there, who eats
used
it.
Who would store that
Who
food
the
in that
fuck
fucking
would put-
shit box?
Jonathan Schwartz.
Oh, really? Frank's Place. Yeah.
Frank's
Guys,
Place.
fucking go out for lunch. What do you guys make? $8,000 a year?
There's
Chislers.
There's 2 more dead ones.
Found 2
Hey,
more.
did you guys
Two more.
Did you guys check under the sink? Because I know that I went in there for paper towels the other day, and a bunch ran out. So.
Oh, really? All right, go under the sink.
There's nothing under the sink right
Yeah,
now.
I left my cookies there too a couple days ago.
Oh, forget about those.
I'm kidding.
We'll see
Poe
those
just
no
said he
more.
took. They cleaned under the sink the other day. That's where they found 6 in one shot.
Who's cleaning?
The interns.
Did any of them get in my bowl of oatmeal?
Exactly.
So we're gonna do cockroach hunting. All right. Get those glue things.
We'll give it the weekend so they can kind of reaccumulate.
But
Yeah.
let's throw
They'll
all the.
fuck, have kids. Their kids will fuck,
Yeah.
have kids.
We throw that glue
That's just
shit
the
down,
Puerto Ricans.
though, and we'll capture a lot. Let's say hi to Mike in Michigan. Mike.
Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey. If you open the microwave up or back of your televisions up, you'll find even more. They like the electronics.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Let's go to Andy in Indiana. Andy.
Yeah, I just wanted to warn you guys, if you're stomping on those roaches, that's what releases the eggs. It's going to cause a bigger infestation.
Shut up.
These guys.
Not if we get interns to eat it.
Yeah, not that. They like it. Like there are some.
Let's say hi to Darwin in Newark.
I just think it's funny, by the way,
Yeah.
that I would have like that. We would actually have a glue trap by Eroc's mouth, but a shitting rhinoceros is such a big animal.
Yes, to stick in a glue trap.
Yeah. And then to discover it.
That would have to be the weakest shitting rhinoceros.
Oh, yeah. Can't get out of that glue trap.
What's up, Darwin?
Yo, you guys are smart as hell.
Thank you.
XM cannot afford to get an exterminator, so he got you guys to manipulate a way to get these guys to do the job for him. Very nice.
Cool. Eventful phone call.
Yeah, well, XM hasn't really done any upkeep lately.
No, they don't have
To
enough
the point where
money
we're
for
infested
much
with
of anything.
cockroaches. Yes, Sam.
I think I might know one of the reasons the cockroaches is there. Behind that file cabinet where we just found a bunch, we also found an old bottle of Eroc's Hawaiian Punch.
Hey, Rock. All right. We're going to take a break and regroup here.
You rock.
I think we got everyone freaked out.
We're gonna bring the audience in too, right?
Yeah, we'll do that during
We
the
should bring
break.
you guys in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to come in.
Bobby Lee playing Carolines tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. 212-757-4100. Greg Giraldo. Greg, you promoting anything?
Nope, just the Big Traveling Virus show next Saturday.
Next Saturday. It's going to be a good time. Tickets still available for the PNC show. All right. We'll continue. Ladies and gentlemen, Cream Pie Jones.
Cream Pie Jones.
What do you want me to do?
They wanted me to make cumsies. Cumsies.
Cream pie. Squeezing his hiney. Cream pie. Touching his penis. Cream pie. He has a full erection. Cream pie.
Oh my god.
Cream pie.
Sucking my titty.
Cream pie.
I'm such a whore.
Cream pie.
He's jerking off on her tit.
Cream pie.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I think he made the cumsies.
He made cumsies.
The cumsies.
He made
Cumsies.
He made
Cumsies.
the cumsies.
Cream pie. Cream pie.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show.
10,000 miles for a
All right, listen. First of all, we brought the audience inside. Oh, yeah. Second of all, Bobby Lee has finally had it. He just left. He's done with us. The whole cockroach thing started freaking him out too. So go see Bobby. We love Bobby Lee. He's going to be great for this radio show in the coming months.
Yeah. He's at Caroline's tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
And before we show Greg Giraldo the Shit Hat video from the Shit Hat video series, you got to retell that story on the air, Greg. Because there's a bunch of plane mishaps happening today, right?
Yeah, the time when you ordered the one beverage, they brought you the other one.
Yeah, they brought me the two beverages. They brought me. I asked for pretzels. They brought me peanuts. I was on a little American Airlines. I guess I shouldn't even say the airline. Because
yes, you should.
Dude, I can't say the name, but it rhymes with American Airlines.
That's American.
Yeah, it was like a
literal gym,
little commuter jet thing, and an engine blew. The whole thing filled with smoke. You know, like when the stewardess is just like,
what's it sound like when the engine blows? Like, what is that?
It was just like it's not real metallic. It was like a bear.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be in an engineer hat. Sorry. So what happened? What's the sound? Is it like
It was like a ball, but like a metallic sound. Like it was like a ball bearing or something. It was rattling around, and it just like it dropped really fast. The whole thing's turned on its side, and there's a guy in the back. There's a guy in the back going, oh my God, oh! And then when the plane stabilized, he's like, oh shit.
I was the dick.
Yeah,
Sorry, I lost it.
You were
here.
the biggest pussy. In the
Look,
world,
I got a real hot chick at home and stuff, and
it was an older guy, like not the kind of guy you would picture squealing like a little bitch. Like, how's it? How you feeling, lady? You okay?
Hey, did you wet your skirt?
But we had to emergency land. They didn't fucking apologize. They didn't do anything. The woman says, "Where's your boarding pass?" And we'll reschedule, reseat you on another flight. I said, "I don't have my boarding pass." She goes, "How could you not have your boarding pass?" I don't know, because you fucking almost killed me on the way in, and I thought, maybe I should get off the plane as quick as possible.
Yeah, when the cockpit's full of smoke and
6 hours. Like I sat in the airport for close to 6 hours. No meal credits. No nothing.
Wonderful.
Commodity life.
When you wrote them a letter, you should have wrote, because Continental one time, they fucked me so bad. I went nuts. I brutalized them on the air, and I fucking sent a CD of that brutalizing. And they took a long time to get back to me. And my girlfriend at the time said, well, I guess that means the whole company's on the case. She was just kind of... and she did eventually leave me over that.
Because you were such a crybaby about your air travel.
Yeah, a little faggot. Just couldn't handle the inconvenience of being pushed out of first class. I don't mean it's bad to sit with the fucking scumbags in the back. No, they fucked us. So anyway, I wrote the letters, and they took so long to get back to me. They finally got back to me. They changed company policy. Dude, we had pilots calling in. They were so apologetic. They gave me like $1,200 worth of travel vouchers to make up the... Yeah. And they're like, we took so long because we were going over everything that happened, and we changed the policy, you'll be happy to know. And for that, I only got a T-shirt.
Nice. Yeah. Something to sleep in.
A little something to sleep in.
Greg, was all hell breaking loose?
People were freaking out.
Like
the guy was
screaming and yelling?
The guy was screaming. I asked this girl if she wanted to make out with me, thinking it would lighten the mood. But it didn't. She was fucking horrified. Even with imminent death, she still wasn't willing.
Because that's like the gag if the plane crashes.
Yeah,
you go to the girl.
I thought,
I'm gonna go to the nearest fucking chick and just fucking rip her clothes off. All of a sudden, the plane levels out and you're fucking on rape charges. Wonderful. Nice flight. Fuck.
The old I thought we were crashing defense didn't fly.
Come on.
You did mount her chair and fuck her face through her oxygen mask.
I do that all the time on every flight. I do it all the time. If I get busted, I always say I thought it was going down.
We were crashing, Judge.
We hit a little turbulence.
Did you think you were going to die?
Yeah, I really did. And like I was telling you guys, it doesn't reflect well on how I feel about life. But I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever.
Who cares?
I literally wasn't even that worried. I really wasn't even worried.
Let's see what this is like.
Yeah, I just didn't want it to be painful. I don't want to like burn. And the other thing I was worried was that because the whole fucking plane filled with fumes, and I thought, and the air things didn't drop, and I thought, I don't want to die for something completely stupid, like die and then have the plane, have them realize like, oh fuck, we forgot to push this, and then they just land
and they land and there's corpses in the back, asphyxiated corpses.
You were processing a lot of real thoughts. I would have just been like, well, at the beginning, not even. What do you need, sir?
This primal fear coming out of you.
I would have just shit my pants and then tried to bury it.
Still self-conscious even at that point.
I'll lose every bit of evolution we've gone through in thousands of years.
Start scratching under my arms, fucking smelling my lawnmower cutting balls. You ever get fucking onion bag from cutting the lawn? Of course you have.
All right. And the pilot got even the pilot couldn't bluff his way through. He gets on. He's like, this is normal. We do this. We train pretty much. So oh fuck. Yeah.
That's why they talk about the engines and how his plane is totally capable of flying on that one engine. Yeah. That one single thing between life and death that is now humming at twice the RPM it should be.
Yep. We're perfectly comfortable hanging on to life by a thread.
We're built to run on one engine if the other engine just quietly peters out and goes but an explosion that removes a piece of the wing. Well, fucking crapshoot. Good luck, folks.
That sounds pretty scary, though.
It was pretty traumatizing.
Did you try to tell that story? I think people try to tell you their plane stories, and none of them matched up.
They're always bad.
One time we dropped like 80 feet. I was like,
yeah. One time I was delayed for 2 hours because of rain in Chicago. Oh fuck! Good topper, douche.
Let's play the duty hat for Greg Giraldo. We were discussing this earlier.
Yeah. Okay, good. Nothing. Oh, you're welcome. Sure, I'm going to show you some shit on someone's head. Anything for you people.
Is that it? I can't see.
Duty hat.
Where's the duty hat?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Oh, here comes Danny to save the day.
Danny, where's the duty hat?
Yeah, this is. We were hoping this was going to.
Right,
hold on, let me get the audio.
Some duty.
Oh, there's someone's duty.
Oh, Christ. That was your mess?
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Big boy makes a duty.
Hey, Jimmy, what happened in there?
Big boy made a duty.
Did someone say Big Boy made a duty?
Oh, wearing a duty hat. Yes, this is Cream Pie Jones. That just
this
ate
is
the
where he
cockroach.
just picks it up. I think.
Yeah, watch. We got a few of them.
Big Boy sure did make a duty.
Oh, God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with this kid?
I know.
And then wave goodbye.
Waving goodbye with his shitty hand.
I really am going to throw up.
Yeah.
That is so fucking bad.
He had to put a little duty hat on the duty and then flush it down the toilet.
Holy Christ. Would you go burn your hand somewhere, please?
Wait, when did he wear the shit hat?
Yeah. What happened?
Where's the shit hat?
You can't watch the sequel until you've seen the original.
Yeah, that's 1 and 2.
I forgot. Sorry.
You don't do that.
That's true. This is The Empire Strikes Back.
The duty hat.
I like to think of it as Back to the Future 1 and 2. You wouldn't be able to watch 2.
Well, let's.
No, you mean because they're both shit.
Hi.
Let's explain to Greg.
Why would a show be dedicated to it on Saturday then?
We thought we were on to something, so we needed to make another one.
Definitely,
we
we're on
wanted
to
to keep
something.
the series going here.
Oh my!
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Not really. Look at that big piece of shit by the door.
Is he going to put that thing on his head?
E-Rock?
A much thinner E-Rock.
Oh my God! I really have never seen such a thing anywhere before.
We get bored.
Boys, that felt wonderful. Hey, Greg.
Is the opening to the hat facing up, or is the top of the hat?
the opening.
Oh, yeah.
Don't keep the door open, you fucking sicko.
I was going to fill it. Fill that hat up. It looks like someone took the tail of a Manx cat.
I laid the duty in the bowl.
Oh, fuck.
I did it right.
What is that?
I did it right into a hat. I took a dump into a baseball cap.
The water looks like a scared octopus was swimming in it.
That's a sturdy log.
Oh, boy! Duty hat!
Oh no! Oh my God!
And he's taking the hat out of the toilet with the duty in it.
Of course, carefully drip the water off it before you
Yeah, you don't want to get your head wet. And then
priorities.
And then Cream Pie Jones. We really thought these videos would take off, Greg Giraldo. They just never did.
Little Duty fell out.
This must have gotten a shitload of views, no?
Duty had.
Oh God! Oh man!
Does he have shit in his head?
Oh fuck!
Put the hat squarely on his head. Put the hat on. I'm not fucking accepting that. Why? You gotta put that hat on and pull the wind down.
Oh my God! I really am sick.
Oh boy! A duty hat!
Oh.
There's your ending. Squashing the hat further down on his head, smearing the Duty all over Cream Pie Jones's head.
Oh man, how could you do that? Not you.
Holy shit! Oh God! Does he have a duty head? Does he have a duty head? There's less in the hat.
How's that?
I don't know. We can fail.
Jesus.
Mind control.
I know. Steve had crickets in this room when he was editing this. I'd like crickets.
I was doing some improv, and that sound just happened.
Cream Pie, are you German? No.
No, they usually like the shit videos, the Germans.
Yeah, they do. It's always angry, too.
Conquered nations. Yeah.
Never too smiling people.
Scheißen.
Scheißen the freaking Kraken.
Guten Jahr, the Scheißen.
There's one series of shit videos where it's always a guy shitting in a girl's mouth, and this guy gets the fucking Carveliest logs.
Wow.
Oh, they're awful.
Talent.
They just,
Carveliest.
they just kind of they spiral up.
Carveliest.
They look like the Mr.
That's quite
Frosty.
an adjective.
You know, Mr. You remember Mr. You ever see Mr. The ice cream dude, Mr. Frosty, whatever.
Mr. Softy.
He has an ice cream skull. Like you know how that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Got a head made of ice cream.
That is fucking foul.
What happened?
Mr. Softy.
Well, you know, Sam had a good suggestion. He said that maybe I should try and find the time that Pat Duffy brushed his teeth with dog shit. So, like a normal person, on Foundry, I go to use the search function and I type in. What do you think I typed in as a search string?
I would put Pat Duffy dog shit toothbrush.
Well, I had more faith in that. I just put dog shit.
Oh, okay.
Because that's going to yield a result.
Right.
Wow.
Well, let me read you some of the things that came up before Pat Duffy's dog shit video. Reality show competition. Redneck picks a fight. Lisa Sparks and her big booty. Joan Rivers curses. Busty Jana. Roland gets tickled.
What?
How is that dog shit?
Chubby blonde girl. Oh, here we go. This one's kind of relevant. Chubby blonde girl steps in dog crap. Here's one that's really relevant. Skid Row music video.
What?
Baby diaper mustache. Now at least we're getting to actual shit. 18-year-old Vicky. Hot French chick. Rich Voss. There's another one that's quite relevant. Here we go. Oh, here it is. 5 rows down. Opie, I'm sorry. Oh, no, wait, that's not even it! That's Opie, that's when you froze it with that shit. I'm sorry. I thought I actually found a video. I didn't.
Put
I
dog
ruined
shit.
things. God. Where is it?
Dog shit Pat Duffy try.
I'm still looking.
Try putting Pat Duffy in there.
I don't see it whatsoever.
Foundry has always been the worst site to
Sucks
navigate.
being with women.
I've never been able to find one thing on
dog
there.
shit in. Hot dog. Where is it?
I would say.
There it is, right there. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's way there. It is. Oh, I can't believe I missed
the way
that.
it works is. How does it work?
Oh boy, duty site.
All right, you ready?
My resume.
This is.
Poor shitting bastard isn't even here to defend himself.
I know he's not. He's not even here to stand there and scroll.
Scroll. Shit down my leg.
Not only am I gay and incompetent, but I'm stupid.
I hope he didn't make it. I hope he fucking was going for his colonoscopy and he hit a pothole and shit in the car. Fucking dweeb. I hope you're listening right now.
Shit on my
pants.
Prius.
Yes.
Wait, Danny's pissed off again. What's up, Danny?
Well, just because our interns are retarded.
Yes, they are.
I said, go to the store, get me things to catch roaches in.
Oh no!
All right, I want bodies. I don't want bait traps. I don't want stuff that they're going to bring back to the nest and die in the wall. I want to have a body count. So he brings back 2 of what I want, and then 3
of the fucking syringe
combat
things.
syringes full of bait that doesn't kill them on contact. This is the shit that they go into the wall and die with. So
They take it back to their family and feed it to their children.
What retard intern didn't look at the box before making purchases?
I guess he thought it would make really funny radio if you just kind of stood by the wall and imagined them all dead and dying.
I bet they're all back there.
What happened, sir?
I apologize.
What?
Why would your mic work?
God.
It's on. Just talk.
I apologize if I grabbed the wrong one. They were right next to the ones with the gel. If I didn't grab the gel one, I'll go back and return
But
it.
the gel we can't use either.
Well, 'cause Danny said body count. I figure you put gel on paper.
You know, but they just eat it and go into the wall. There's actually a nice...
Yeah, you got to get them stuck on the paper.
Yeah. Like, there's even an illustration of the roaches crawling back into the wall on the box. Like, they figured, they knew some idiot like you was going to go to the store, so they even put a picture on the box to help you along.
And of all the combat traps that you said not to get, there's also illustrations of them walking out.
Okay.
So I had choices.
I like this kid. I like Spider.
I only had choices of
Excuse me.
What's this world coming to?
Here's what I'm looking for, and I see there's a picture of roaches going in, but you know what? I'll be damned if I can't find the picture of the roaches coming out of it.
That's why
That's what I want.
I love how it's in Spanish, too. One side is English, one side is Spanish.
Only in Spanish.
Can you return those, please, and get me the right thing?
All right, here.
That's right. Oh, shit.
You got 1 roach prison. Sam,
Danny's a regular prick.
set this up. Maybe we could get a few before we get out of
Danny
here
asked
today.
for something, and the kid just disregarded him.
Didn't listen to him.
Spit in Danny's face.
Right, pretty much.
All right.
You know what it is, though? It's just like I remember being an intern. It wasn't that long ago.
No,
you know?
no.
Danny obviously takes his job really seriously. Whenever you toss around terms like body count when it comes to
We're
we're looking for maximum body count.
We got one more video to show you, Greg, and then we're going to move on to stuff.
Which one is this?
Pat Duffy.
Oh, right, okay.
Here we go.
People are calling you the Roger Clemens.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious.
This right here is a piece of genuine golden retriever dog shit. Okay? And this is a toothbrush. Combine these two, and I will brush my teeth with dog shit.
What the?
Oh, wow. I was just informed. E-Rock brought his own toothbrush. Now, we all know that there are problems that E-Rock has in his mouth.
The halitosis kid?
Yeah.
You won't admit, Fezzi, right? Want to keep it fair above the table that he has really awful breath.
Oh, God, yeah. You would think he has 2 asses.
His breath is hardcore.
To loosen it up.
There goes the golden retriever.
They're not a fun.
Did you practice?
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, what are we looking at? It's very stringy.
Fuck you, Dave. Bring it. All right?
Oh, Greg, stop. You have to give Darcy some brush with
Get the bowl.
Damn it!
Duffy's watching this with the cynical eye of Kubrick in the editing room.
Thinking of things I could have done differently.
God, is that fucking fun? What do you think, Rich? Why are you over there, man?
Because I'm puking from here.
Oh, God.
Wow.
He's also a restaurant critic.
That's right. Zagat's gave it 1 log.
No wonder she broke up with me.
And then he kisses his girl at the end of that. Pat Duffy, everyone. He's right over there. Hey, Pat, you got a stump for everybody today?
Sure, I wanted to stick those in my nose, the bugs. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
You want to snort up
Or
the
I could
baby
brush my teeth
cockroaches?
with those bugs. I have a toothbrush in my backpack.
I say he snorts up the baby cockroaches.
Yeah, snorting cockroaches would be good.
I like the fact that we're like glancing over brush your teeth with roaches like it's old hat.
Well, at this point.
Well, that's how you do dog shit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to top dog shit.
Hey, Snazzy Dresser, is your mic working?
Yeah, my mic's on.
Greg, have you ever seen Two Girls, One Cup, that video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying, if you're grossed out by that, I mean, that...
I know.
That was pretty
that
foul,
fucking video.
That's kind of silly.
Are they still alive in there, the baby cockroaches?
How are you going to snort them?
I don't know. I was just gonna can I kill them first, so they don't crawl in my brain and kill me?
Oh, I mean, if you're a pussy, sure.
Yeah, I say kill them first.
I really don't think there's a way to get from your nose to your brain.
Yeah, I know, unless they have fucking, well, God damn, I was trying to think of a small brain joke. Couldn't. Asshole I am.
Are they dead?
They are now.
All right, lay them on the table in front of everybody.
All right.
Yeah, how about that table?
Which one? This
Yeah, they have the clear one over there in front of the whole crowd. Let the whole crowd see.
Yeah, dump out the cockroaches.
No, don't knock the roaches.
The audience will prove that this is real. There you go.
Oh, God.
That's fine. He's just struggling.
God damn you will always stand in my way, Sam.
You're going to use a straw? What, are you going to use a straw or something?
That doesn't help, you big fucking head of hair. You fucking Boondocks comic strip looking motherfucker. Jesus.
All right, Pat Duffy's going to snort baby cockroaches.
He hit Hip Hop Ron in the balls.
Yeah, he just decided to give him a ball shot. Oh. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you heard him each one go up.
Oh, man. You felt that.
All right, they're in. Delicious.
Pat's a fucking man's man.
You heard him each go like,
God, yeah.
Like it made the sound. He keeps punching him in the balls.
All right, then.
Holy shit, where are they lodged
I don't know.
right
I
now?
felt two go down my throat, and then I'm not sure where the other one is.
Oh, it's up in a sinus laying its eggs.
E-Rock's having a slight problem in there. I was just
what's the matter, E-Rock? You all right? What's wrong?
Bring him in.
Bring E-Rock.
E-Rock, come in here, young Eric. We missed you.
Yeah.
Look at how fat he's gotten.
Dude, yeah, please. Let's really look because.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I noticed this morning, yeah.
No, I'm not there yet, but I almost threw up on the board.
What's it going to take? Do we have more bugs?
Yeah, we want to get E-Rock puking today.
I know. What's on the board? A mirror?
Wow, same joke several times.
You're right. Sorry.
E-Rock, Jimmy noticed that you might have gained a few lbs.
Oh,
what's going on?
I actually didn't notice.
Why are you getting lbs again?
How much
What
you
happened?
put on? I didn't even notice.
I'm back to 210.
Fine. From what were you down to?
2-9.
When I for that diet thing, I was at 195, but I'm at 210 again. So.
Okay.
Jeez, what happened?
Oh, food.
Food happened.
Well, look at this is the beginning of one of the duty videos, and you can, it's visibly. I mean, you
look a lot thinner.
A lot.
That is pretty funny that you were skinny and then you watched someone eat shit and that inspired you to eat a lot. You'd think it might have had the opposite.
Hey, can we put E-Rock on the scale? I don't think he's 210, by the way. I think he might be a little more than that.
I bet you he's wearing those boxer briefs, and I'll be fucking goddamned if he doesn't look good.
By the way,
in
E-Rock
boxer briefs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
E-Rock loves smelling fart boxes.
No,
Anyone have
he
anything
doesn't.
going on today in their pants?
No.
You?
Yeah.
Would you smell?
Asshole.
No.
Come on.
No. Was it stink your asshole?
Probably. I've had the same underwear on for a week since the ass smelling contest, which was already 3 days in. So that's 8 days. Because I have very poor hygiene and no money to buy new underwear.
You have one pair of underwear?
I have 4.
You put deodorant on?
4 pairs of underwear.
Are you guys really questioning the underwear wearing habits of a guy that just fucking snorted a whole...
You know, you're right. You mean no dry cleaning, Pat?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Gerald, we should do it for Geraldo, though.
For Greg. He's a
Greg.
great comic. He's doing a virus show.
Would you just sniff?
What do we got to do?
We love Geraldo.
You just have to watch. It's
just
wonderful.
watch. Good,
This is
yeah.
a wonderful site. E-Rock, for the big studio
It might not
audience.
even stink. Duffy's ass didn't stink last time.
E-Rock's looking for the garbage pail already.
You don't need it.
All right. This is so gay.
It's not gay. You get a rod and you.
All right.
You got to drop them all, Pat. I think so. Sure. Wow.
Get a good one.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Cool.
What are we looking at?
We're identifying what could be the adult penis and balls. Allegedly genitals of a man.
Yes. Well, now I just feel sheepish.
Sheepish. Sorry, Pat.
It's all right.
All right, E-Rock.
All right, so E-Rock.
You'll lose a few pounds here.
This is all.
You got to move the garbage can. That's in everybody's way.
Yeah. All right.
This is for all the work I've ever done for you.
That's fair. Yeah, that's.
You got to open the cheeks, Pat. What are we, communists?
Oh my God!
It's not gay.
No, yeah, it's not gay.
It's gay not to right now.
All right, E-Rock.
Yeah.
Get down
This
there.
ain't good. 'Cause I can't even get near it. I'm starting to heave.
It's delicious.
Jimmy, make sure he does it right. You got to get in there. We want to smell the sniffing.
Sure, I'll be happy to help out, Ope. I always get the fucking great jobs. Make sure his nose is near his asshole.
All right, let's go.
I can't. My mic doesn't go any farther. Fucking, I was fucking happy. Thanks. Man.
Make sure you stay out of the way of that fucking thing, or I kill.
All right, hold on.
All right, here
All
we
right,
go.
you get in there.
This is for Greg Giraldo.
E-Rock, you kneel down first. E-Rock kneels down first, and this way, don't watch your knees; it might be dirty. And now you move back, Pat. You can't touch him, but just you bend forward, open your cheeks a little bit. There you go. Spread them up. What do you? Come on, E-Rock, get in there. Don't be a silly. Don't be shy.
This makes me incredibly happy. I can't even tell you.
Open them up, Pat. What are you fucking? What are you, communist? E-Rock,
Get a good whiff, E-Rock.
Get right in there.
Get in
E-Rock.
there. You got to get in there and get a good whiff.
Get right in there. E-Rock's dizzy. I can see it.
let me look.
I don't need support on this.
Wow, what a deep asshole. Holy crow.
We got to hear this. E-Rock, you haven't even done it yet.
You didn't do anything, E-Rock.
Oh God!
All right, get back in there. Let's go.
Dude, I gotta say, I'm looking at, because I like a girl with a deep asshole. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
And yours is fucking awful, but what a fucking horrible deep crevice he has. If you were a chick, I'd fucking marry you. It's literally, it's probably an entire hand length deep before you get to the bung. It's a fucking deep crack.
All right, spread him and let E-Rock.
Come on, E-Rock.
E-Rock, get in there.
E-Rock,
Get a good
don't-
sniff.
Don't be a fag. Stick your face in his ass.
Don't let it air out. Don't let it air out too much.
Come on, sniff.
It's got to get that good.
Smell.
Get in
What are
there.
you doing, Eric? You act like you don't have a fucking big rod.
Got to get that good man ass smell.
Here we go.
I can't get near it.
Get in there. You can't get close.
You can't get on the floor. That's just tasteless.
You can't get in there. Come on, E-Rock, get in there.
I can't get near
I've
it.
seen a dude
Get
throw
in
up
there.
before, but never
Get
for that
that,
reason.
get that nose in there.
All right, here we go.
Here he goes.
Oh, shit. Holy fuck.
Oh my God!
He pushed his ass into his face.
Oh, my
He's got
God.
like a brown nose.
Oh,
What else is new?
E-Rock, you all right?
How was it?
Oh, delightful.
wow, that is horrifying.
That's horrifying.
Smelled like jizz. Oh God!
Puke sound is fantastic.
Not this time, no. This was. The other time it was puckering and like moving. This just smells horrible.
I can probably make this fucker if you want.
No.
All right. That's E-Rock, everyone. Good old E-Rock. We got Kathy Lee Gifford doing an Asian accent on TV this morning. We're obsessed with this
I thought you
shit.
had her on the phone.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
You got her on the phone?
Cunt, you're on the line.
Hey,
Kathy Lee?
have you been listening in?
We're having men smell other men's assholes, Kathy Lee.
That's right.
What do you think the GIF would think about this, since he likes that ass sex so much?
Geraldo, we're obsessed with this because DJs got fired for doing Asian humor, and it happens all the time on TV and all. So we don't understand why
she can get away
radio
with it.
guys get fired and everyone else gets away with it.
Like it doesn't have the sexual connotation because they don't have pole dancing in China.
Well, this does not look too. This one that right here, I don't know if she's in the structure. She has thigh-high black leather boots on, so I'm not sure that. I think she's seen a movie or two. But the other ones are just going, oh, good, aerobic.
And I think it is kind of controversial because I think now it's catching on that there's some sort of sexual deal with it. But
well, they were talking about a lot of people expect Chinese women to be subdued and faithful, that we should marry and take care of the kids at an early age. This young woman says, she says, but I don't think that way. I want to be independent. I've been studying traditional Chinese dance for many years, but this is totally different.
It is totally different. I love it.
Oh, boy, there goes Chinese civilization as we know it.
Bye.
That was her whole.
What was that
thing.
on?
That was so not worth playing. What happened?
Well, I was kind of just captivated by the chat they were having.
Well, she did something early on. It wasn't that bad, but it was there. You know,
you can
it was
hear
very
it.
early.
Well,
sorry. Thanks, listeners.
She
It's not like she dropped the N-bomb.
She did a vaguely Asian voice, I guess.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Greg Giraldo, everyone. He's going to be at the show Saturday at TLC Bank Art Center in Homedale, New Jersey. Our big comedy show. Tickets through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, this is intern Pat Duffy, and you're listening to me desperately seek attention on Opie and Anthony.
It's pretty intense stuff, man. If you do it, you will talk to intelligent beings from other dimensions, for real.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1.
Coming this weekend to the Saturday Night Virus, directly following The Laszlo Show, it's the secret show to the future. We're going to watch Back to the Future in studio, live, on the air. You're going to do the same exact thing at your house, just like syncing up Pink Floyd's The Wall with The Wizard of Oz. And you don't have to worry about any kind of delay or not matching up with us because we're going to tell you when to hit play. So even though there's 8 seconds delay, and even though that it takes time for our voices to go into XM, into the satellites, and then into space, and then back down into your radios, it doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're going to be synced up at your house because you're going to press play when we tell you, and you're going to actually be listening to things that we say. Midnight, directly following The Laszlo Show on the Saturday Night Virus. It's the secret show to the future.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
This Saturday.
I always fuck around with my old lady, and I say if she ever dies, I'm going to keep her an extra couple of days to do all the fucking things she wouldn't let me do to her.
Opie and Anthony present.
Basically, what's going to happen is we're going
to slowly unbuttoning the pants. I need a little.
All right, well, we're going to take our pants off, and then I'm going to kick her ass.
The Laszlo Show.
She was peeking around a wall. She was holding a handgun. I shot her face off.
The Laszlo Show. Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on XM 202.
We're back. Of course we are. Loving the crowd today.
Anybody want pretzels? I'm done with them.
They're good. Here, give him the banana, too. Should we shove it up Eastside Dave's ass first, or... Here, give him the banana.
Yeah, the show isn't gay enough today.
I agree. We're going to be doing a bit with Eastside Dave in the very near future,
Jim.
by the way.
Yes, Literal Jim.
we got a new sponsor, Trojan, and we're going to do the Trojan Buffet with Eastside Dave's ass.
Trojan Buffet?
Yeah. Yes.
Sounds delish.
Well, we got to name it better, but basically we're going to put like some delicious food in some fine Trojan condoms and then shove it up Eastside Dave's ass, and then we're going to serve it to the interns. Look at Craig Giraldo's just amazing.
They're actually going to be eating stuff that was literally up Dave's ass.
Yeah, we want to prove that these Trojan condoms are the safe way to go.
It's a very
safe
good-
sex, safe food.
Yeah, it's definitely a good marketing strategy.
Maybe we should ask Eastside Dave because we haven't
We're
presented
just
him.
assuming that
Yeah.
he's game for this or gay for it, whatever.
Eastside Dave, you around? And, by the way, 5 Hour Energy. Anyone checking that out? Yeah. Geraldo was asking about this 5 Hour Energy. Yes, it gets you ramped up without all the jitters and all that shit.
Opie's the king of the cheap audience applaud. It's like, hey, how about that 5 hour?
You guys hear something?
What?
Dude, what is that?
Dude. I didn't even pick up on that.
It was so subtle when Bob did it. He
Yeah.
was so good.
5 Hour Energy, no crash, no jitters. It's everywhere. Check it out for yourself. It's got good stuff in it.
Good stuff.
Besides giving you a little boost.
Made it myself. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Here comes Eastside Dave. No. Where's
That's
Eastside?
not
Is he coming in or
Eastside
not?
Dave.
No. Wait, are we playing What's Up Eastside Dave's ass today?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe
Could he
he said it.
possibly
Are we
already
playing-
be...
Are we playing?
Yeah, we're playing today.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. You guys are in for a treat.
What a treat you guys are in for now.
Yeah, we're playing.
Do we got the official intro to What's Up Eastside Dave's ass?
Oh,
Why is
It's a game we play, Greg.
Greg, it's wonderful.
It sounds like fun.
We ask questions and then you have to guess what's up his ass.
Helicopter.
You could go
It's not out of the question.
That would never fit.
Literal Jim.
Yeah.
Love Literal Jim.
You're late, sir.
Well, what's that all about?
What's that? The microphone.
Yeah, you sat down much too quick for it to have been a bad shit.
No, I was working on Poe. He was telling me he's having a problem with his elbow and his shoulder.
Are you a doctor? Or
Yes.
Are you?
Chiropractor, Tucson.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Wow. I need some free chiropractic care.
How long of a drive is Tucson? What? All right, 1 too many.
36 hours on the flight.
No. Hey, I'll accept it. Let me just humiliate myself and turn away from you. Sorry, didn't mean to try to have fun.
That's why the chairs swivel. Guilt.
So, how long have you been a chiropractor?
20 years.
You looking forward to going back?
Yes.
Wordplay jokes, you know.
Did you buy that shirt when you graduated chiropractor school?
I did.
Okay.
Why didn't you want to become a real doctor?
Anthony, that's inflammatory.
Wow. Yeah. Offensive. That's offensive.
No, I had that option. I just chose that. That's what I wanted to do.
We got the theme.
All right.
Is it that you like creepily getting behind people and grabbing them? Like, it's always, every visit to you is like a pseudo rape.
No.
Like, just don't,
To him
don't
specifically?
Move.
Just on the
To him
attractive
specifically
women.
or chiropractors in general?
In general, the fucking position. They just don't move. It's only going to hurt
Yeah.
a little. You know,
Yeah.
crack. And then they leave.
Rape kit, hospital.
Wow, way to wreck a show. No, little filler.
The audience is treating this guy like it's their fucking uncle.
I know.
You know, they're not taking any jokes.
Yeah.
No, the jokes just
Right.
stunk. I think the crowd's ready to hate this fuck.
You know, they really want to hate him, I feel.
Could you crack my back?
I could.
All right, let's hear that.
Oh,
How do you do it?
gonna bill
Well,
Oh my God, Cream Pie Joe's running.
Could you do it?
It was more comfortable watching that Sasquatch footage.
Oh, no, and then E-Rock running. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I needed something for you to lie on.
Oh, you can't just do it by like hoisting me up?
Well, I might be able to do it against the wall.
All right.
All
Now.
right.
Wow. Yeah, there we go.
Sexy.
I don't want to
Here
do
we
that. It might be. I don't know if
You're going to crack his back and leave a little load on him at the same time?
Yeah. Greg, what am I?
Why don't we play one of our favorite games? I'm going for the cheap applause here, Ed.
Oh, what?
It's time to play What's Up Eastside Dave's ass.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Hit the sound.
Eastside Dave is coming in.
Once again for What's Up Eastside Dave's Box.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Look how he comes in.
What? Jesus Christ. This is a great day to come in.
Hi, Dave.
Fucking man. Beauty. I don't understand. Oh, God. God, I dropped my shirt. Sorry.
Now watch though, it's up your ass, don't come out.
All right, that's
keep it in your ass, Dave.
Greg Giraldo, meet Eastside Dave. There.
Hi, Dave. How you doing? Good Ron Fez, noon to 3, Greg.
He got the plug.
Thank you.
He's completely
Hi, Jim. Hi,
naked,
buddy.
and he has something up his ass. For real. And we have to guess what it is.
We have to guess using the 20 questions type format.
By the way, Eastside Dave, before we play, we got a new idea for you. Trojan's a sponsor. They want us to do something like pretty crazy instead of doing dumb live reads. So we're going to shove like some really tasty food into condoms, shove it up your ass, and then we're going to serve it to the interns.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, Trojan's actually a sponsor. Okay. All right. We don't have to talk about that.
What? Will Chapman didn't mention that he pitched Trojan to Ron and Fez too, so there may be an issue of
loyalty.
No, of Ron and Fez having
Say over Eastside Dave.
Exactly. Like
what? No,
it's our idea.
Ron and Fez would never. They're as cool as cucumbers.
Speaking of, first food. Well, your mic isn't working.
Why would your mic work?
Oh, they're switching the battery?
In the battery.
Well, so you might as well not just talk. Just stand there with something up your ass.
I love the life of the batteries we get for this show.
I know.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of batteries are you using?
It's the cart, you know, that big, ridiculous hot dog cart.
10 batteries. That's right. That's right. You put them in, we'll replace them.
It's actually not
We
bad.
have to pay. They're not free of charge. Thanks, Ann, for leading me down this dead end.
We get about 2 hours out of it.
Is
We have
that
to
it?
switch it out. It's actually not that bad, considering what's going on.
I heard XM's favorite 80s sci-fi movies, batteries not included. Oh, that was good.
Oh, God, what is that?
I'll show you the cock if you boo.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You couldn't show us.
Yeah, when are we going to see it?
I know.
How did
By
you
the way,
ever
are you liking
impregnate
my
anybody?
beard? I did this so that I could look a little bit more like Opie. I know where he lives now, and I figured we could be beard buddies.
Beard buddies, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we kind of look alike. And
Can
I'm
I throw
gonna-
this at you?
Scissors. Oh, no, keep that in your ass.
No, don't do that.
No, don't throw scissors at him. Because we have a live studio audience that would sue.
Oh, all right. Let's play What's Up
What's up, Eastside Dave's ass. Now, of course, this is like 20 questions. You ask a question. It's got to be a yes or no question. Dave will answer it. If you get it right and it is a yes, you can ask another question. If not, you must pass along the question to the next person on the panel. We will start with James Norton.
Is it a cactus?
No, it's not, James.
Oh, a hint or two might help, you know. You delve into it with a, is it?
Yeah, but I like to win right away.
Oh, okay. Or not. All right. Greg?
I don't want to guess again, but is it Bobby Lee?
Eastside Dave.
Mr. Anthony?
Is it metal?
No, it's not metal.
It is not metal. Okay. All right.
Metal.
Well,
This is gonna be a good one.
Is it
I may have you stumped.
Is it plastic?
It is plastic.
all right,
Beard
Opie.
buddy. Beard
Opie
buddy
gets to
always
ask
gets the
another
right
question.
answer.
Can I just point out for the crowd that Eastside Dave is playing with his penis in the hopes of getting something going on. So it doesn't
Hold
look
it here.
Tugging
I want to
on
give it a
it.
little more size.
It's just tugging on it.
Is it a toy? A plastic toy?
No, it's not plastic.
Okay. Let it go around now. We're back to Jimmy Norton.
Is it, it's plastic. Is it used in the morning when getting ready for work?
No.
Oh,
Ready for
no.
work is the key. No.
See,
but it's
it
used
could
in
be
the
used in
morning.
the morning.
It's used
Okay.
in the morning.
Is it a utensil?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't like breakfast very much.
Let's see. Plastic, used in the morning. Is it an item you might find in the bathroom?
I keep this item in the bathroom.
You do.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it used by a majority of the population?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It really isn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Bathroom. So it's
Upsettingly.
exclusively his in the bathroom. Upsettingly. All
And
right. Now,
people
Opie
like me.
goes to you, Opie.
Is it a pill box filled with Valtrex?
Well, Mr. Beard Buddy. And God knows I love Valtrex.
Oh, God.
What the
Oh, my
fuck?
God. He's putting it in his mouth. Oh, no.
Oh my God!
Does that smell bad?
It's a real fun game.
How the fuck did I come up with that one?
Wow, a fucking pill bottle of Valtrex.
I was going for a goof answer. I swear to God.
Pass it around to see if my beard buddy is correct.
Pass it around.
Oh God.
Pass it around.
Oh God.
Pill bottle would have been good enough, but you actually guessed the actual.
Where's E-Rock? Okay, I don't have herpes.
Iraq. Come on in, Iraq.
Oh my!
Here comes E-Rock.
I think E-Rock. No, you don't have to touch it. I just want
E-Rock's back.
I want E-Rock just to smell that pill bottle and see if it really was where Dave said it was. Don't touch it.
Good idea.
Just in case it was. No touching. You can't make him touch it, but just smell it.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, he shoved it right in his face.
Shoved it in his face.
And then rubbed it on his hair. Oh my God!
And then chased him out of the studio.
Holy shit! With his pants around his ankles.
I've never seen a fat guy run so fast.
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
Hey, Eastside, what do you guys know about the cockroaches?
I didn't hear about the cockroaches.
This place is infested. The back with the food and shit.
Well, we know who does the food, don't we?
Who? Fucking
you and
He whispers it into a fucking mic. Nice job, Jeffy Jackson.
God.
Yeah, it's the people that run fucking what?
There's snacks, there's food, there's droppings and crumbs all the time.
Yeah, so then now
all the time.
This cockroaches were infested.
Yeah.
Over there, and they're probably going into your office and everything.
Yeah, be careful. Don't take any roaches and put them in anybody else's desk because then they tend to multiply where they are.
Oh, that would be terrible.
And they love paper. They love paper. They really do. So don't put them anywhere where other people might be sitting.
In a
because then the
desk of
roaches will get in their
somebody.
stuff.
Are we speaking in code now? I'm not smart.
Can we get one of the cockroaches to run up your ass?
Sure we could. What's the big fucking deal?
That's true.
Do we have any?
That was a great fucking guess. I have a card in a private
Oh, fuck, man.
I just like to once again say I do not have herpes, beard buddy. I just get little breakouts.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not. How do you fit a herpes sore on that thing?
I'll show you, pal. I'll show you.
So what do you get? A little herpetic infection going? And
How do you outbreak? Every 8 minutes?
You take some Valtrex.
It's like fucking on Jupiter time.
You have genital herpes?
Let me see him.
I get fever blisters, Anthony.
Fever blisters?
What the fuck?
How bad do they get?
Not bad, just little spots.
And Valtrex cleans them up.
Valtrex takes a great care of me.
So
does it
Valtrex.
How come they're showing up?
I love you.
If you got Valtrex, how come they're showing up?
I go off the bottle for a while because the Valtrex makes me feel a little fuzzy, and so I don't like to be on Valtrex all the time. But then they come back, so I have to
How
go
does it
back.
make you feel fuzzy?
Well, it's like, hey, it's like any medication. It just
well, you're
fucks with
supposed
you a
to
little.
swallow it, not shove it up your ass. That's the difference.
They should have put that in the prescription bottle, my friend.
It'll work a lot better.
We have some hot girls in the studio. Nice to see that we've eaten roaches, had something up his ass, smelled an asshole.
Yeah.
Just an unsexy show.
A herpetic cock thrown into the mix.
Yeah, that's
We've done everything but slaughter a baby so far today.
I say it's been a perfect show.
Where's E-Rock?
Who's got a puppy and a blender?
He just got back.
All right.
Oh, there he is. E-Rock's back. His head's soaking wet. His head's all wet.
His head's wet.
What happened there, E-Rock?
E-Rock.
What the fuck happened?
There's some people on the floor who might not be too happy.
Why?
I pushed a guy out of the way and threw my head under the sink and laid across the whole sink console, just turning everything on.
Oh, God. He's probably looking for a beach to push you back in.
Oh, my God.
So, where did he touch you with it? He wasn't supposed to touch you with it. Where did he touch you?
Nose, ear, the back of my neck.
How did it smell?
Awful.
It's taking a piss in the bottle.
I really have to go, guys. You did not prepare me.
Oh, fuck.
I had to go, and I got pulled in real quick.
What is he doing?
Sorry.
What is he doing?
I'm very sorry about this.
Well, that's urine. What would someone do with a pill bottle filled with urine? I mean,
Well, I am certainly not going to shove it out my ass, but shit, man, I'll drink that
What the fuck? Jesus.
He drank it.
Oh,
He
my
drank it.
God. He
And
did
now
it.
he's opening his baboon asshole.
He did it. He did
Okay,
it.
let's do the three.
There you go. Dave, everyone. Let's play the outro.
Some contestants will take home the home version of What's Up Eastside Dave's Butt. Promotional consideration given to anybody who gives a fuck. What's Up Eastside Dave's Butt is copyright 2008 Obie and Anthony Productions. We'll see you next time when we play.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh? That is the most entertainment I've ever seen packed into that amount of time.
You know what that guy is? That is radio gold. He is radio gold.
Oh my God.
He is a guy that will do anything.
Oh. What about Pat Duffy?
No. Duffy will not go to those extremes.
I don't know. Duffy is beating Dave. He beat Dave.
What Ed's saying over here?
Dave is good, but Dave's
there's
great,
a style. There's style points that Eastside Dave gets that I'm sorry Pat Duffy just doesn't have. Eastside Dave is a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
he is certifiably insane.
But Pat. What
are you saying about
Brushed his
Pat?
teeth
Pat's
with
like an
dog
Iron
shit.
Man. Pat's like a fucking he'll chug away at something and will take up any challenge. But he's not the friggin' lunatic that Eastside Dave
You're
is.
right, not a lunatic, but in the end, he has gone further.
Yeah. I don't feel the need to flop around like I'm missing a chromosome like Dave does.
See that, but that's part of his style. When he did that shot of piss right there,
And I was thinking about stealing it from him and doing it myself.
Wow.
It gets a little
out of the pill bottle that was shoved up his ass mere moments ago.
And I'll say a shot of piss.
Well, wait. That sounds like a challenge. Eastside, you got any more urine in you?
Oh, no.
Now he can't.
Oh, my God.
Now he can't do that.
Gets a little catty in the people who shove things up their ass on the radio field.
Yes,
it does.
Yeah, it will. It will.
At first, I thought he was just like a fake character, and you realize he really is.
No, he's a
insane.
fake
He's
human
crazy.
being.
He's crazy. And do you know he has a wife and a brand new child?
He has a child.
A new child.
Yeah.
New child.
Brand new little child.
Did you see the branding on his ass? That was
a brand?
It's a
that
brand.
was written with the metal rod that was heated up.
Ichiban.
He's
it
out
says.
of his fucking mind.
And it's-
Maybe he
it's-
can put his kid up his ass.
That wasn't like a stamp,
I want to do that.
Greg. They wrote that.
They took
into
a
his
rod.
skin.
They took a metal rod, heated it with a torch, and then just burnt it in and wrote on his ass as they kept the tip of the thing red hot.
What did he get for that?
Nothing. A fucking lifelong degradation written on his ass.
I think he
even
lost
get a raise.
I
What
think
did
he
it
lost a
say?
bet. He lost a bet and he had to get
Yeah.
that on his ass. Much like most of his body modifications.
All the tattoos, things like that. Just horrific.
All right, I think we've done it all. Let's do line of the day and get the hell out of here.
Wait, guys, I got a crazy story.
What do you got,
What?
Jim?
What?
Kidding.
What?
Of course.
Oh.
Hold on to your hats. I got something to tell you.
Yeah.
We find any cockroaches?
No, the traps are set.
Traps are set. We're going to find out how many cockroaches on Monday that we could catch in one weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them over the weekend and
All right.
have some fun.
All right, line of the day sponsored by Carbonite.com. Carbonite backs up your computer hard drive so you never have to worry about losing any of your files. Check it out at Carbonite.com. Promo code XM. We go to the first runner-up line of the day.
They're still doing it. I love that. Maybe his mom died from mustard.
Mustard gas back in the Soviet Union.
Greg Giraldo. Nice.
Well, it's really a two-man effort on that one, I think. But
What's your website, Greg? Because Roland just gave me upcoming tour dates.
GregGiraldo.com, but it's just in transition. All of these things are in transition. You know, Jim, I'm just pulling it all together here. My web presence is not what it should be.
All right, well, the 31st of July through August 4th, he's at the Improv in Fort Lauderdale in Hollywood, Florida.
No, I'm not going to be there because of the traveling virus and the Saget roast.
Keep listening to 202 for his concert dates, and we'll have him cut a promo after that.
Thanks for trying, though.
Way
Joe.
to embarrass me, Greg.
No, I appreciate it.
Well, the big thing is he's going to be at the show next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm all excited about the
PNC
show,
Bank
Jim.
Arts
Why do you gotta piss on
How
my?
stupid am I that I didn't realize it was at the show? I'm such a nothing.
We're doing both the shows together, as a matter of fact.
I know we are. A couple of fancy
Should be
people.
fun.
We fly out
We'll
to the
hold
coast.
All right.
Hold hands.
Another runner-up line of the day.
It's not. He would say, "I think we got to." The first logical leap an astronaut would make is something was like, "I think we have a little debris."
Yeah.
Most astronauts probably wouldn't call NASA on an open frequency and go, "Yeah, there's spacemen looking at us." Oh wait, sorry, no, that's just the tire that fell off.
Tire. I love that you went with tire on that one, Jimmy.
Tire.
Very good. Another runner-up line of the day.
How do you know someone who works at Lego? What's wrong with you?
I should have known. They designed the little people after you. You kind of look like that Lego guy.
Poor Roland.
Roland does, though.
But he loved the X-Files movie, right, Roland?
Oh, yeah.
And Springsteen's coming next week?
He's coming Sunday.
Wait, that means Roger's back in town.
He's back Sunday morning.
He's coming on the show next week to tell Roland's story?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
Come on,
I don't know.
Roland.
Why not?
You got to make that happen.
I don't know.
Roland's brother is a monster. How much taller is he than you?
He's way taller. He's like
12 feet taller.
6'6".
He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Bring him on the show. I ain't gonna bother him.
But me,
you'll be fine, Roland. You're a silly goose.
Yeah, we like you, Roland.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Roland? No.
Wow.
Oh, Roland, they don't like you.
Arousing
I don't give a
nothing.
fuck. I just care about celebrities.
Hi-yo!
See how they turned?
You don't care about them?
I kid.
What do you think of the audience today there, Roland?
They're great. They're here.
Yeah. You're not a big fan of the audience?
No, I am.
You can be honest.
No, I am a fan of the audience. They're here away from the heat, air conditioning.
All right, let's go to another runner-up line of the day.
Fucking asshole. That's the look.
Bob's got some great improv skills.
Bobby's having a panic attack. He's not 6. Fucking moron.
Bobby Lee, who escaped. He didn't want to be part of this today.
He
He got
left.
scared. He's going to be at Caroline's. Really funny guy. You should check him out if you're looking for something to do this weekend, right?
Yes, if you're in New York.
212-757-4100. And he's the star of that Paranoid video that we made yesterday
Oh, yeah.
when he had his panic attack. Check it out on YouTube.
And if you want to see somebody out of it on their iPhone, that's worth watching.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just for everybody looking for that Bobby Lee video, it's titled "Bobby Lee Has a Panic Attack on the Opie and Anthony Show."
Do you have one called Jim Norton Bombs? Thank you all for contributing.
It's it's called your HBO special.
Ouch.
Oh, that is.
I know. Jesus.
Somebody's getting a little too comfortable.
I know.
I'm just trying to fit in, guys. We break each other's balls, right?
Well, I guess we do.
Yeah, well, apparently so.
All right, here is Carbonite.com, promo code XM. Here is.
I did well. I mean,
Here's your line of the day.
here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Well, I
something.
had more faith in that. I just put dog shit.
Oh, okay.
Because that's going to yield a result.
Right.
Wow.
Well, let me read you some of the things that came up before Pat Duffy's dog shit video. Reality show
My
competition.
Fucking Steve. Steve wasn't here today because he's been shitting all morning, so I guess.
No, there was no shortage of Steve abuse, though. Oh, poor fuck.
We did it all, but Ant's doing a show, what, Saturday night at midnight?
Oh, yeah, we're all involved
The
here.
Back to the Future show's happening?
Yes, Danny, Travis, Sam, I hear tell Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
He might come by.
Perhaps.
Also known as Stunt Brain.
And I will be here in the studio, and we will be running through Back to the Future and commenting on it a little commentary, some trivia, I'm sure.
And you're going to start the movie all at the same time?
Yeah.
And not stop it, so they can play along at home, right?
And we'll talk through. We're not going to just sit there and watch it. We're going to talk through the movie, certain points, and bring up.
The key is you're not stopping the movie.
It is a Back to the Future show.
Are you doing 1 and 2 or just 1?
Just 1.
Just 1. There may be a part 2 down the road. Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah, just like Poe.
Well, no, this is going to be a funny show.
Poe's waiting for his second show still.
So that's this Saturday, everyone. Directly
Yes.
following the Laszlo show at 9 p.m. to midnight. The Secret Show to the Future will air midnight directly following Laszlo.
Secret Show to the Future. I like that.
It's not really secret, though, because we're...
Yeah, I know, but we want people to listen to this one.
What happens is a lot of times I don't mic the audience properly, so it doesn't sound like the laughs are coming.
Speaking of which, let's hear it for the audience. You guys are great.
Wonderful.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
This is not what I'm used to. Here it is, live. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Nothing but foul language and toilet humor.
For the new listeners who think that we've learned our lesson,
Here's a short list of the things they've been saying.
Poopy malarkey. Tiny coolie. Let me titter. I get it. Someone pinch me. Whoopity-doo. K Sarah Sarah. Mumbo jumbo. Good-natured joshing around. Poppycock. Poopy jokes. Silly. Humana. We just chit-chat and go nuts. What do you think of them apples?
It's lame. It's not even fun to listen to, you know?
Well, I don't know how they could screw up something that simple. But boy, they sure did.
Opie and Anthony!